We are live, bitches.
Zijn we maar. Twee kijkers dan. Hello? Hello. Can you hear us?
Don't know who's watching, but can you hear us? That would be nice to know.
Hello, can you hear us, guys? Can you say something in the chats? That would be absolutely fantastic.
I agree. It would be fantastic. Yes. Give us more. Sander!
Oh god,
it's Sander!
Can you hear us, Sander? Can you tell us if you hear us? It's really important that you can hear us, you know. Is it loud and clear, Sander? Yes, you can hear us. I don't know what the peep is, Senna, because I don't hear a peep at all, but it's probably the mic. Is it annoying? Is it loud? Do we need to change something? Tell us right now, because we are goddamn live.
Yes, we are. We are live. For Midsummer Mayhem, bitches. Oh, God.
Ik kijk wel.
Ik ga hem hier aanzetten.
Senna, we're gonna fix that. Don't worry. At least we hope so. Ja. Wacht, heb je je telefoon op staan? Je telefoon op staan of zo? Ja, dat is zo. Ja, er zit inderdaad een hele piep erin. stage 2. Die hebben alles van. Even kijken of dat kunnen fixen.
Ja. Het zou ook wel gewoon heel goed te maken kunnen hebben met de mic die ik gebruik hoor. Daar niet van.
Ja, maar je hebt het te vaak gebruikt dus maar.
Ja, maar al een hele lange tijd niet meer.
Die heb je toch ook met die andere commentator?
Nee.
Wat ik
Voor de mic van mijn headset.
Oké, ja, dat gaat lastig. I do not hear a peep right now. Sinds dan wel. Take one back. Alright, so everything's clear. No more peep. This is important because probably was phone interference, I guess.
We hope so.
We keep the phones far away, as far away as possible. Can you all hear us right now? Like, good. Senna also doesn't hear it anymore. That's good. No more peep from Xander. Alright. It seems like it's all okay. I really hope so. And then we can start Midsummer, everyone. Is everyone a bit excited, you know? Is everyone ready for their matches?
I hope so.
Because then we can begin. We have 5 viewers at the moment.
Oh, 5?
I don't know who those 5 are. I know it's Xander and Senna, because that's the only ones that fucking say something. Xander is hyped. Well,
Xander is hyped. Well, the hype is real for Xander.
Let's go then, I guess.
Well, let's fucking do this. Maybe. Alright, we are going to start Midsummer Mayhem. Let's do this, boys. Here we go! Midsummer Mayhem.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, here we are. My name is Sunny Sapphire and next to me is Ed. Ed, are you a bit excited for Midsummer Mayhem? It is the main show. The pre-show has concluded. We are here with 11 hyped up total package matches. Now, are you excited? Because we are going to start with a ladder match.
With a ladder match, that's the way to start things. Absolutely fantastic, Sonny. That's exciting. And just look at those competitors. Look at them all. Stephen Dream, Diablo Jr., Azrael Victor, Jake Van Dijk, Lance Lease, and of course the one and only Jimmy Sombra or Shadow.
Jimmy Shadow, Jimmy Sombra, Azrael Victor, Diablo, Stephen Dream, Lance, and Jake all fighting for a newly introduced championship. Let's not forget that the brand split has happened. We have sailed far away from worldwide warfare, where we saw Azrael and Lance compete in a triple threat match. The other competitors were not on the card. Jimmy was wrestling on the pre-show, and now he has made it to the main show. His first pay-per-view match since he lost in the far beginnings of UCW, he is now back and he is making his ways to another title shot. But who do you think has the most, who has the advantage? Who here thrives in ladder matches at?
Well, some of those have already been in a ladder match, like Azrael Victor, for example. He's been in a ladder match for the X Division Championship, if I recall right. I'm not sure if Stephen Dream was in that as well. I mean,
no, he wasn't.
He wasn't,
no.
Alright. But Jimmy is undefeated here in UCW since his triumphant return.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, from Dreamfield, the magnificent Stephen Dream.
Alright, here we see the first of the 6 competitors, Stephen Dream, making his way to the ring. Well, last time we saw Stephen Dream at, he wrestled Alex Mercury in a 2 out of 3 false count anywhere match. He almost rid UCW of Alex Mercury. He didn't succeed. So what do you think his mindset is like going into this ladder match?
Wait, rid Alex Mercury? Alex Mercury is great. He is our UCW champion, and he's on top of the world. And your disrespect, Sonny, you cannot have that disrespect for our champion. But Stephen Dream, I always like this kid. I think he has a bright future. He lost the briefcase. He lost everything that made him into a main event star.
Well, it could have possibly made him a main event star because he lost the briefcase to Alex Mercury, who used it on Dylan Mason to become the UCW champion. But that doesn't mean that Stephen Dream does not know what to do with this kind of matches. But let's go to one of his opponents.
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, Diablo.
Alright, there we see participant number 2 making his way to the ring. It's Diablo Jr. So what do you think of Diablo Jr.? This is his first pay-per-view appearance.
This is his first pay-per-view appearance. I don't know, like, he's pretty new to all this. We haven't really seen a lot from Diablo Jr. He was formerly known as someone else.
Yeah, I can't lay my finger on it, but he seems really familiar.
He seems really familiar, but hey, you know, something probably changed. But he has an ego, as you can see right here, and maybe that will give him an edge. Maybe
we can't be sure, but what we do know is that well, we do know that the guy who's coming
and their opponent,
maybe
from Gola, Ohio, the harbinger of chaos, Lease.
Alright, there he is. There is the first competitor in this ladder match, and it is Lease. He is now no longer known as the harbinger of chaos. He is now known as the Star Killer. What are your opinions?
And he changed his name to Big Fans.
Yeah.
And our ring announcer apparently didn't know he's now called Big Fans, but this is Big Fans, everyone. This isn't Lance Lease, this is Big Fans. The Star Killer, yeah, it's the Star Killer.
The Star Killer, he hasn't killed any stars yet, but I don't know.
He had someone that loved stars, like, way back in CW.
Didn't went too well.
It didn't went too well, so maybe Star Killer is a good idea, because the stars need to be killed.
Yeah, that's true, but, you know, without stars, where we are. But what we do know is that Lance needs a victory. He lost, he got pinned by the X Division champion. And now, let's take a look at the guy who was with him in that victory.
And their opponent, from the Netherlands, the highlight, Azrael Victor!
Alright, there he is, rocking his air guitar. For some reason, Azrael Victor making his way to the ring, who recently after Worldwide Warfare, after we left Worldwide Warfare, we started winning some matches, Ed. What do you think about that?
I don't know, this man has the worst strategy in all of the history, because every time he had a strategy, he lost. Because he was taunting in the middle of the match, he was doing other stuff in the middle of the match. He never focused on his opponent, and now finally he is focusing on his opponent, and maybe that will give him finally the big win, but I doubt it.
Well, I think Azrael is on a great run. He has recently noticed how he can win matches, which is a really good trait to have in the wrestling business, but still he needs that one big win, because he beat some people in singles matches, but it's another win to win a championship, defend the championship. That's a whole nother yard. It's something that not all people can do. Not everybody can win a title, can defend it, but winning a title, that's the main thing right now, and that's certainly the same for the other 5 competitors. Here comes
And their opponent, from Reign of the Netherlands, he is the judge, jury and executioner, Jake Van Dijk.
Alright, there he is, the so-called judge, jury and executioner Jake Van Dijk. He is a good friend of Azrael Victor, as we've come to know in the last couple of weeks leading up to Midsummer. They faced off in a triple threat match with Azrael winning and pinning Jake. What do you think that does to your psyche, being pinned by your best friend? I guess. Yes, I don't know. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing and what I'm reading. And
I don't read, and I don't care.
no, but that's because you probably can't.
I just don't care. I don't care about this man. This man needs to go back where he belongs. He's the same level as Sander.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Sander is way above this kid. Like, has Sander ever appeared for a judge? As he serves on the jury? Probably.
And their opponent,
Is he in execution? Yes, because later on, Sander will face Azrael. And you know what's gonna happen then? Yeah. Well, there's Jimmy Shadow. Yeah, Jimmy Shadow's making his entrance to the ring. But you have to make it all about Sander. And now I'm gonna piss off about your Sander stuff, because this match is more important than Sander is right now, because Sander will compete later on in the night, and then Sander is gonna win, and he's gonna execute Andrew Hall, and we're never gonna see him again, because Sander is awesome. But, you know who's also awesome? It's not Jimmy Shadow, but somebody else is really awesome in this match. You know who that is? Jake Van Dijk.
Sonny, you just talked over a ring announcer with the amazing Jimmy Shadow, and you talked over him like he is nothing. This is the main star. This is the main star here.
Well,
in this match.
let's make one thing clear, Ed. I'm not saying that Jimmy Shadow is not a great star. I'm not saying that he's not a great competitor. I'm just saying that Sander is above his level. Well, here we go. We had a bit of a production problem, but you know, we're still in the main. This is the main show. This is what the summer is all about. Midsummer Mayhem. We're starting off with a 6-man ladder match for the newly United States Championship, and we see that Azrael and Jimmy, who apparently have some history. Do you know something about this?
Do they have history? I don't know.
Apparently, they hinted at that they know each other from back in the day. So maybe you can shine some light on this.
No, I can't shine any light on it because I have no idea. Because
know
Azrael Victor has never been relevant in his life, and Jimmy Shadow was always relevant to begin with.
You know why you can't shine a light on those things? Because you're not sunny. Because you don't have your ray of sunshine, you can shine on these things. But I do. Because I, as a good because me, as a good color commentator, play-by-play, I can do it all. You know what I also can do? I also do research. So I have researched that Azrael Victor and Jimmy Shadow have faced off before. They have seen each other on the indie scenes.
Are they also friends, just like Jake Van Dijk and Azrael Victor?
No, they are not friends. Have you seen the way they talk to each other? Of course they're not friends. We see that Lance is laying outside of the ring. Steven Dream now joining Jimmy and Azrael in a game of who can leave the ring the fastest. And let's see, ooh, big running neck breaker and a Hurricane Rana by Lance on the outside while Diablo and Jake are the only ones in the ring. No ladder has been introduced yet. What do you think is the most important thing in a ladder match?
Well, it's taking out all your opponents, but also just taking a step back and let them completely destroy each other. You know, it's not important to fight here. It's just important to climb the ladder and get the championship. And the freshest man will win that. So just go backstage, drink some beer. Oh, sorry, we cannot do that. That's something against the rules. But just drink some water and come back when the match is like halfway through and then just win it. You know, you don't have to be here to win it.
That's true. We see Diablo having Jake in a powerbomb position. Jake fights out with a bulldog on the outside, sending Diablo to the ramp, and now a neckbreaker on Vic Vance. While Jimmy is recuperating and Steven Dream is facing off with Azrael Victor. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Now, Senna has a question for us. He says, which match are you looking forward to, Sonny and Ed?
Well, of course, me as a big Sander lover, I'm looking forward to the next match, which is actually Sander, Big Money Sander, facing off against Andrew Hall. Well, Sander is on a roll. He won all his matches leading up to Midsummer Mayhem, and he is going to win his match against Andrew Hall. Because he is Sander and he is awesome.
This is what I got to deal with, everyone. This is what I got to deal with someone that loves Sander so much that he just wants to see Sander's match, and that's everything he wants to see. Now, I am looking forward to the Rainbros, of course, because I'm a big Rainbro supporter. The microphone just fell down, but I'm a big Rainbro supporter. I'm just looking forward to them retaining against the Dutch Death Squad.
Well, that's true, but we also need to focus on this 6-man ladder match because we saw Steven Dream bringing in the first ladder of the match. He hasn't been able to use it yet because Jimmy has aborted his plans, while Jake is admiring himself in the crowd, I guess, for some reason. Not the most particularly intelligent strategy to use, while Diablo has him in a headlock and using a Russian leg sweep, taking him down. Jimmy is down outside the ring, and again Steven Dream with the ladder. Ooh, and a ladder shot to Diablo Jr. And now Steven Dream and Azrael, he misses the first ladder shot, and the second one, and the third one, and Azrael doesn't even notice that this is happening. And Steven Dream thinks, well, you know, I could use the ladder on Azrael, but I also could just put it down in the middle of the ring. And then climb it! Steven Dream is climbing it! Is Steven Dream becoming the new United States champion, the first ever history maker? Steven Dream here! Is he going to win? No, there's goes Jimmy Shadow, thwarting his plans. And Ed, what do you think about the strategy that is being used by Steven Dream here?
That was a great strategy. I don't know about the ladder shots though. That wasn't really a great strategy. But you can see here, Jimmy is with his hands on the championship.
He has his hands on the title, but there comes Azrael Victor. He doesn't want this to end. He doesn't want it to end, at least not with him not becoming the champion, of course, which should be the main goal of all 6 competitors.
Understandable.
Well, Jimmy throws Azrael off the ladder and wants to grab the championship, but Steven Dream, well, he doesn't let that happen. He pulls Jimmy off the ladder, and again, it's all people for themselves. No alliances, no stables, no tag teams. Every man for himself, while the ladder goes flying into in the crowd. Wow, we have some really strong people in the crowd, of course. UCW only attracts elite level company who throw the ladder back to the competitors, for which we thank you, and you shall be compensated, of course, by the general manager of Power Struggle Hunter Deal. He will come personally thank you, because that is what he does. He will show you what the big deal is all about, while Vic Vance hit a Samoan drop on Steven Dream. And now he is the one placing the ladder in the middle of the ring. Is he going to climb it? Let's find out.
Now Sander says, if I win, what do you guys think will be next? Well, Sander, nothing is next for you, because you are a low-life competitor that shouldn't even be here. You should go back to the indie. No, you weren't even ever in the indie scene.
Wait, we see Steven Dream again trying to climb the ladder. He has climbed the ladder, but can he retrieve the championship? No, he can't. Not for now, at least. While Diablo Jr. taking some vicious chops, now throwing Steven Dream off the ladder, but before he can do anything himself, he is pulled off the ladder by Jimmy Shadow. This is just what a chaotic 6-man ladder match is all about.
It really is, but Sander, Go back to Sander and Co. Because that's all you ever were good for. Just sell random stuff. Cause you
Oh, we are going to talk about Sander and Co. once Sander's match is here. But now, for now, the question that Sander asked was what's going to be next for Sander once he defeats Andrew Hall, which is going to happen because Sander is awesome. But you know what happens? What happens now is Jimmy Shadow. Jimmy Shadow, has he got the championship? Can he unrope it? Steven Dream doesn't notice. Now he notices, taking his sweet time. This is not a dream. This is not a drill, Steven Dream. Come on. You can do this. Alright, and he forwarded Jimmy Shadow's plan. And who's going to win in a struggle on the ladder? While a dropkick on the outside to Lance.
Well, the experience by Jimmy Shadow plays.
Yeah, the experience. Yeah, you can see it. Now again, trying to climb the ladder, trying to get the championship. Can he become the first ever champion? He's holding on, even with those vicious shots from Diablo in his back. Now Jake. Now maybe they need to do something together. They can also just stand there and watch while Jimmy Shadow wins the championship. And Diablo and Jake have made the biggest mistakes of their career by not doing anything about that title grabbing by Jimmy Shadow. Maybe they were seeing it wrong. I don't know what happened there. But Steven Dream and Jake Van Dyke and Diablo Jr. need some explaining in the UCW Facebook page. Because why do they do this? Are they in a stable? Are they friends with Jimmy Shadow? What is happening here? I am not sure, but let's go to a ring announcer for the announcement of the winner.
Here is your winner, Jimmy Shadow! I will define the things you dream.
Alright, so we have a new and first time ever United States Championship winner in Jimmy Shadow. And now we are going to the most hyped up match of the night because next is Andrew Hall, or as he is billed here in UCW, Andrew Miller, versus Big Money Sander, who has recently came out in his own way as Sander Cool. We haven't updated it yet. My apologies, Sander. Sunny is here for you. We know that you can do this. So what do you think about this match at while Sunny is going to take a break?
Can I just walk away here? Can I just walk away and never return until Sander is done for? Because Sander is not going to win this. There's no way Sander is going to win this. Sander and Co will not represent UCW. But here we go to the ring announcer, Dylan Schroeder.
Andrew Hall.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the
There you have it, Andrew Hall. We haven't seen a lot of Andrew Hall, so it's still up in the air what this match can do. But one thing is for sure, and he can defeat Sander. Oh, cool apparently now, because Sander thinks he's cool. Well, Sander isn't awesome. He isn't cool. Sander is still big money Sander that doesn't have any money on his bank account. Maybe 5 cents, and that's everything that he has and that he owns. And that stupid hat probably is in some safe in his room that he bought for 5 cents. That anybody can steal. But Andrew Hall is going to beat Sander to the living pulp. But now we have the ring announcer talking about Sander Cool, apparently.
I come from money, I come from cash. These ladies love me for
And his opponent from the Netherlands, he is the moneymaker, Big Money Sander.
the best you can see and the best you can buy. Money on the floor, but it reached to the sky. I was born a celebrity.
Alright, there he is, Big Money Sander, Sander Cool. And let's all give a round of applause for the man that is Sander. Let's give it up for Sander, everybody. You know I've got a lot of heat, a lot of negative attitudes from other wrestlers because I am such a huge Sander fan. But you know what it is, guys? You know what it is? Sunny is not only a ray of sunshine to the people who can't see in the darkness. No, Sunny is also somebody who sees potential. I see potential in Big Money Sander. You know, you can say whatever you want about it. He did win as Worldwide Warfare. He beat the reigning television champion Hellbreaker in maybe a non-title match, because You know what? If it was a title match, he would be a reigning television champion. And you know it, that. You know that that's true.
Because Hellbreaker had mist in his eyes.
No, he hadn't had mist in his eyes. Mist is not a fictional being. It is not something that's made of solid. It can come in your eyes and obstruct your view, Ed.
There was mist in Hellbreaker's eyes while we start this match off. And it's probably going to be mist in Andrew Hall's eyes if Sander wins, because Sander can't win.
A big side effect immediately from Big Money Sander, who's now laying the beatdown on Andrew Hall. And immediately this match, starting off as I have predicted, with Sander having the upper hand, putting him in a headlock. But there goes Andrew Hall with a big swinging neckbreaker on Big Money Sander. And you know what? We should talk about the elephant in the room, Ed. And that's not your ugly face, but it is Sander & Co. We should talk about Sander & Co. because Sander got in a lot of trouble while he's kicking the shit out of Andrew Hall here, which he really is doing. And I see you like shaking your head and like, yeah, he is actually kicking the shit out because Sander is awesome. I see it happening. I see it happening in your eyes. But let me take 1 second to talk about Sander & Co. because Sander has gotten in a lot of trouble for it, which is not his fault.
It is
Sander
his fault.
& Co.
It's completely his
Sander
fault.
& Co. is a valid company.
It's
Sander
not
& Co. is what making Sunny a star. You know, I might shine brighter than the brightest rainbow, but that doesn't mean that Sunny is a man that can make his own. No, I need a company behind me. You know what company is representing me? Sander & Co.
And that's why you're so awful there, because you're represented by Sander & Co., the worst company in the world. That's not even a real company. Have you seen the picture of him and Justin hugging in front of Sander & Co.?
Yes, I have seen it, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really nice that two former enemies can become such best friends. You know, maybe someday, Ed, that can happen to you and me as well.
Get away from me, Sonny. For real, get away from me as far as you can. Do never touch me again, or else I'm gonna lay the beat down on you. You're gonna be in that ring, just like Sander is.
Whoa, that's not my forte, but Sander is dominating Andrew Hall, who's now trying to fight back with some vicious back elbows into the stomach of Sander. Now quickly throwing him back into the ring before Sander can use his most deadly tactic, the count out. Which is really his forte. You can say whatever you want.
Someone reminds me of something that I don't want to be reminded of. Jason Whiplash just said to us, remember, Sander gets a world title shot if he wins.
Oh my god, I did not even know this. Sander, can you hear me? Sander, you need to win this. You can become world champion. It's either Alex Mercury or Dylan Mason. They're a joke. You can win this.
That's what he says, but you can see that he really thinks Alex Mercury is a joke.
Well, you know,
but Alex Mercury is our champion, and we need to respect our champion.
Well, I respect our champion, I just don't respect his actions. But we can talk about that in the main event, 3 Stages of Hell. But a leg sweep from Big Money Sander, flooring Andrew Hall here. Still on the outside, maybe the count-out victory strategy will come into play once again. But no, Sander doesn't want to go down this way. Not this time. He can beat Andrew Hall in the middle of the ring. First pinfall. And not even a 1 count. Not even a 1 count. I gotta give it to Andrew Hall. He kicked out before the count even started.
Sander, what are these for tactics that you comment on your own match while you're in the match? What is this for strategy? You cannot do it. You cannot just get your phone out while you're getting the ass kicked by Andrew Hall and say that you're gonna try and win this.
Well, it seems like Andrew Hall is going for some version of the Cloverleaf here. The Texas Cloverleaf being handled here by Andrew Hall. And is Sander going to give up? Sander, I lend you my strength. I'm going to go all Goku in Dragon Ball Z and put up my hands. And then you can take my strength. And you can beat Andrew. You see, it's working. It's working.
Never.
It's working.
Never mention Dragon Ball Z in the same sentence as Sander Cool ever again. That's blasphemy, and you shouldn't do that.
No, that's not blasphemy. If it works, it's not blasphemy. And now, a submission by Big Money Sander. Can he make Andrew Hall tap out here? Can Sander win his pay-per-view match here tonight by beating Andrew Hall? Well, not yet, because a jawbreaker by Andrew Hall is thwarting those plans.
Marcus, I don't know who you are, but why are you talking about Connor? Oh, you are Connor. Okay, fair enough. Sorry. Connor's also watching
suplex
this.
blocked, and a big sit out neckbreaker by Andrew Hall. I'm sorry, I just couldn't pronounce it for some reason. Now he's going for big SOS. 1, 2, and a kick out by Big Money Sander / Sander Cool.
This was it, but the mist that from Hellbreaker came there and lifted Sander his leg so that he could
now
kick out.
Hellbreaker is now helping Sander.
No, he's helping Sander.
Yeah, alright. So everybody who fights Sander suddenly becomes best friends with him. Is this what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Oh, big standing moonsault. Very nicely done by Andrew Hall, who's not done with the aerial tactics as of yet. Going to the outside with a big 450 splash. Big moonsault and now a 450 splash combo. Going for the rolling him up. What incredible strength here by Andrew Hall. Picking up for the tucked in neck breaker. And is this going to be it? No, he's not even going for the cover. He's going for another move. What's he going to do? A vicious side headlock here by Andrew Hall. And Big Money Sander, he knows what is coming. He knows that Andrew Hall is deadly with his headlocks. And he fights out with some vicious back elbows. Now he's throwing him into the ropes. Big boot. The big money boot by Big Money Sander. And now a splash.
Why does Sander has shoes that glow in the dark? What does it have for...
Oh, there it is, the money knee. The money knee hit one of signature maneuvers of Big Money Sander. 1, 2, and a kick out by Andrew Hall. And
Thank
you
God.
were asking about the shoes from Sander that light up in the dark. Well, it is so that everybody can see him coming. And there he goes for a drop kick to the side of the face. That looks really painful, Ed. And now Big Money is admiring his fans. You can see the UTW fans going all out crazy for him.
No, they are not. They are all booing him because nobody wants to see Sander on his television screen. Nobody wants to see him in this ring. Just go away, Sander. Let us all live in peace.
Alright, but Andrew Hall just had a neck break on Sander, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Big Money Sander at 2. And now Andrew Hall is taking a breather, which maybe isn't the best thing to do. But now he's going for it. Oh, Big Money Sander reversing what Andrew Hall was going to do. Back elbow to the back of the head. And now a clothesline in the corner. Very signature maneuver. And now he's signaling for it. He's going for it. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. The cash out. The cash out. The cash out. There he goes. 1, 2, and 3, and Big Money Sander has defeated Andrew Hall and is now the official #1 contender for the UCW Championship. And whether it's Alex Mercury or Dylan Mason on the next edition of Power Struggle, Big Money Sander will main event against either Alex Mercury or Dylan Mason for the UCW Championship, Ed. And I know that one of the darkest days has come into your life. I can see you turning to stone and only thinking about this. But Ed, you gotta appreciate that this was a good match. This was a good match and Sander must have really proved something. I see that this is overwhelming for you. Your love for Sander is overwhelming. I can understand that. It's happened to me as well. Well, we're going to give you some time while we look at the replay match and we ring announcer for the official victory announcement.
Here is your winner, Big Money Sander!
If I can't do it straight out the bag, I spin. Deep pockets, bright watches, but the money more than fancy objects. Like your respect. If you was in my shoes, you'd be blessed. You'd be awesome and you'd be cool. You'd be me, so you'd be the best. But that's my job and I'm paid, so I like my odds. Now let's see, we compare our salaries. Honestly, you can't challenge me. Really though, you'll be fine. Just broke cause the money's all mine.
Alright, Ed, well the dust is cleared, we can see Sander going into his victory pose and maybe you now have some words about his victory.
Yes, I do have some words. Congratulations to Dylan Mason or Alex Murky because you gonna defeat Big Money Sander or Sander Cool, whatever he wants to call himself, in less than a minute. Cause Sander isn't in the... I'm just annoyed at this. I'm not gonna
Sander
talk
isn't
about
what? Sander isn't losing at Midsummer Mayhem. No, he won. Sander didn't lose at Worldwide Warfare. No, he won. You know what's gonna happen in the power struggle? Sander's gonna win. But right now, I'm gonna have to put my love for Sander aside. I'm gonna have to put that in the proverbial closet, as to say. And now we are going to our first official championship match, where a champion defends his championship belt at. Because we are going to the television championship match. The champion, that is Hellbreaker, is going to defend against his longtime nemesis, Galkie, or as he is known as Mr. Life Lessons. What do you think about his life lessons?
Well, there's one problem here, and Hellbreaker lost to Sander. I have to admit it, he lost to Sander. Can he even defeat Galkie now that he lost to the weakest link in all of UCW's history? I don't know. I think Galkie will take this just because who can lose to Sander? Nobody loses to Sander. Although Andrew Hall also loses.
Well, let's go to our ring announcer while Ed recuperates.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TV Championship. Introducing first, from the Netherlands, he is Mr. Life Lesson Galkie.
Well, there he is, the challenger for the television championship, Galkie, and the proclaimed winner by my co-commentator Ed. Well, I'm gonna shine my sunshine on this match because I think well, something is going wrong with production, but we can't be bothered with that. We need to go and focus on commentary. We can't do everything, and you know, we can do only so much. We can only provide the listeners, the watchers, with great commentary, and that's what we do each and every night when we are here.
We are sorry that some people don't have a team. We don't know what happened. There's probably something that went wrong in production. It can happen, and it hopefully won't happen again.
Yes, of course we are sorry about that. We are sorry if we have some difficulties with production, but we can only do what we can do right now, and we can't change that. We need to live with it. But of course, if there's no theme song, there's one plus side. You can hear even more of Ed and Sunny, you know. So, Galkie here, going for his first championship match. This is his first championship opportunity. What do you think is going through his mind? You must answer that later, because now we are going to the introduction of the reigning champion.
Realm, the leader of the mist, Hellbreaker!
Alright, there he is as the reigning television champion, Hellbreaker. What do you think about the chances of Galkie?
Well, the chances of Galkie greatly improved because Hellbreaker lost to the lowest of the lowest here in UCW in that sense. Cool. And he's at a low point in his career now. How can you come back from losing to Sander? Cool, you can't. You just can't, so Galkie has this in the back. It's just 1, 2, 3 and it's done.
Well, we have seen they attacked each other backstage, they've attacked each other during matches, they've attacked each other even before matches, which made Hellbreaker lose. Well, you know, that's gotta be in the back of your mind when your nemesis, your opponent, keeps attacking you, keeps harassing you, and he won't stop. He won't stop. Galkie won't stop until Hellbreaker learn the life lesson that Galkie tried to teach him. But I don't know what life lesson that is. But what I do know is that this is going to be a thrilling championship encounter, and hopefully we will see a clean bout. But with Galkie, you never know.
How can you not know what the life lesson of Galkie is? It's pretty simple. He's Galkie. He will teach you a lesson. That is his life lesson.
Yeah, but what lesson? What lesson? I'm confused here. Well, we can see here Galkie, he is really confident about his chances.
I mean, look at him. Look at him compared to Hellbreaker. He is jacked up, and Hellbreaker looks like a whiny, pathetic kid because he lost to Sander Cool.
Well, I can understand that losing to Sander does something for you, because of course you are a champion. And Hellbreaker in the back of his mind knows that if this was a championship match, then maybe he wouldn't even been the champion. Maybe he didn't even walk into Midsummer as champion. He was lucky that it wasn't
he probably lost on purpose. He probably lost on purpose.
Of course he lost on purpose, because that's what everybody does.
It wasn't for the championship.
Listen to me. Sander is not a Make-A-Wish kid. You don't have to lose on purpose. No, he is not. Well, you know what also isn't Make-A-Wish? Midsummer Mayhem, because nobody would wish for a pay-per-view this destructive. And here we go. And immediately, wow, the future shot DDT immediately by Galkie. 1, 2, and a kick out by Hellbreaker. Hellbreaker almost lost in the first 5 seconds of this match, Ed. What do you think about this?
I told you, Galkie has this in less than a minute, because if you lose to Sander, you're nothing anymore.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Another future shot DDT into the pin. 1, 2, and another kick out by Hellbreaker. Hellbreaker has kicked out of 2 future shot DDTs. And this match is going way different than I had imagined that. I know you thought that Galkie was gonna win, but I don't think you think it would maybe go like this. And there it goes, the Claymore. 2 future shot DDT, 1 Claymore, 1, 2, and 3, and we have a new television champion. Holy fucking shit.
And kids, this is what happens when you lose to Sander. Your momentum is down the drain. You're nothing anymore in this business. You're trash. No, you're worse than trash. And here we have it. We have a new champion. And we're gonna give it to Dylan Schreuder for his announcement.
Here is your winner, Galkie!
Alright, there we have it. We have a new television champion in Galkie. Hellbreaker losing the title after winning it the previous month at... Well, for some reason, I can't... Hardcore Revolution, that's the name. I couldn't get to it. I'm just too shocked about this. Not even a minute. This match didn't even last a minute. And I can't stop talking about it. Well, I mean, Galkie always talked about life lessons. That's his thing. Well, the lesson here is don't cross Galkie, because he will give you 2 future shocks and 1 Claymore. Take your title. Take everything that belongs, has any meaning. Now Hellbreaker has lost it 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Now, what I don't understand from Mr. Galkie, Mr. Life Lesson, why isn't its finisher not called the Life Lesson?
He probably should rename it. Go to backstage after Midsummer Mayhem.
I will congratulate him. I will congratulate him and say thank you for ridding us from a champion that's worse than Sander.
This following contest is
use the Life Lesson as a finisher name.
Introducing first, from Limbo Land, Rick Owens!
Alright, and there we can't even concentrate on the win of Galkie, because Midsummer Mayhem is moving faster than a bullet this time. Because now we have our best of 5 series. They are at 2 and 2 apiece. And this is the tiebreaker. Whoever wins this wins the best of 5 series. And we are looking at Rick Owens walking to the ring. And he has beaten Richard Cho twice, but he has also been beaten.
Yeah, and these guys don't have a lot of words. They are more of action. They don't talk a lot to each other, they don't provoke each other a lot, they're just of action, attacking each other, beating each other down, That's what they are all about. They are about fighting, and this will be an absolute war, a brawl, a fight.
That's true. They have,
And
of
his
course,
opponent,
faced each other a total of 4 times while Richard Show makes his way to the ring. And of course, that means that you know the opponent, you know what he's gonna bring. They have probably emptied their bag of tricks already. They need to get some new stuff. They need to overwhelm each other. But as you said, this is going to be a brawl, a war for the ages.
It really will be, and like we said, these guys really know each other by now. They know every move in their arsenal, because they faced each other 4 times already. Let me say that once again, 4 times they faced each other, and this is going to be the 5th time and the last time they will face each other.
That's true. The last time, indeed. Maybe they will, you know, cross paths.
Oftentimes in our business, the only way for personal issues to be ultimately resolved is 2 superstars enter the squared circle.
Maybe they will cross paths when somebody becomes champion or #1 contender. But for now, Midsummer Mayhem will be the end of their epic rivalry, and a double underhook suplex, and Richard Show is showing his incredible power.
Yeah, and this man has incredible power, and we saw a lot of different type of things of these 2 competitors, but the question is, do they have new stuff? Do they have new things in their arsenal to surprise their opponent with?
That's true. We can only speculate about it and watch as this unfolds. While Richard was going for a neck breaker, but turning around to do a discus form right to the back of the head, and Rick never saw it coming. And those are the deadliest shots when you don't see it coming. And of course, somebody like the challenger for the UCW Championship, Dylan Mason, knows all about not seeing it coming.
Yeah, he knows all about that. I mean, he won the championship at Hardcore Revolution in a brutal tournament, and he won it against his brother, his family member. I say that quite lightly because they weren't really friends to begin with. I mean, Dylan Mason was an outcast in their stable, the Dutch Death Squad, and he's always been that, just an outcast. He was never anything to them. And then we saw what Alex Mercury probably should have done days ago, weeks ago, months ago. He stabbed him in the back, but we don't call it stabbing in the back, it was justice.
That's true, that happened. I'm not gonna call it justice because that's not how I think about it. We saw Richard Show going for the first pinfall and a kick out at 1 a couple of seconds ago, and now a middle rope elbow drop like the great Bret Hart used to do back in the day. Maybe that's one of Richard's role models. We of course can only speculate because these 2, well, they are quieter. Wait, they are the quiet type. They really are. While Rick Owens goes for a Lou-Fast press, also goes down to the 80s, which really, you don't see a lot of Lou-Fast presses anymore.
That's true, it was something really, well, I don't know who, yeah, of course, Lou-Fast introduced it, but the one that really evolved it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course.
True. That's true, and also a role model for many wrestlers in UCW, Stone Cold Steve Austin. While a Dragon Screw by Rick Owens, and now he's trying to go for a cutter, but he got countered by Richard with a vicious headbutt. But Rick Owens isn't faced by that headbutt. He really goes for it like, oh dude, that doesn't hurt me. Going for a side headlock.
I gotta take it to the ground, like think of new things he can do.
Yeah, you gotta be smart about your tactics in these kinds of matches. Of course, when you face each other multiple times, you know the tips and tricks, you know what your opponent can do. Rick Owens probably knows how tough and how powerful Richard is. Richard probably knows how tactical and how fast Rick Owens is. Now he's going for a delayed vertical suplex into a brainbuster, very nicely done, and the cover, and not even a 1 count. This only shows off how powerful Richard Show is.
I mean, look at the man. Of course he's powerful. And again, going for the triple
double underhook suplex.
Yeah, that's why you're the play-by-play announcer and I'm just a color commentator.
Well, we can only do what we're best at.
That's true.
And now, of course, another show of strength with that beautiful spinning Godwin suplex, a deadlift Godwin suplex. Let's not forget that. That shows off true power. And another one by Richard Chiel.
Wow.
And he is throwing Rick Owens around the ring like he's a ragdoll.
It's just to put pain on your opponent, and that's what they need to do. Put the pain on, and then pin them for the 1, 2, 3, and finally be done with this and go to bigger and better things.
Well, you can see Rick Owens taunting for maybe a destructive maneuver. Here he goes, and a big running single leg drop kick, taking down Richard Chiel. And now Rick Owens is really signaling, is really... What is it? Oh, big cutter! Big cutter by Rick Owens. Is this going to be the match winning? 1, 2! And a kick out by Richard Chiel after that devastating cutter by Rick Owens, and Rick can't believe it. He seems to be in a bit of disbelief.
I don't know why. It's not like this is the first time he kicked out of it. I know it is your finisher. It is your most powerful material that you have in your arsenal. But it happened before. You have to think of new things, or just do it 20 times in a row to keep him down.
That's true. You know, you can own what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that definitely is true for Richard, because he has taken the cutter so many times. He is now almost immune to it.
He really is.
That's true. Well, Richard now reverses Rick, and a big spear! A big spear by Richard Chiel, taking down Rick Owens, now going for the cover. Will this be it? 1, 2, and 3! And Richard Chiel, from out of nowhere, surprising Rick Owens and defeating him and winning this best of 5 series, while we take a break and look at the replay.
And your winner, making it 2 against 1 in the best of 5 series, Richard Chiel.
Alright, so Richard Chiel has won the best of 5 series, defeating Rick Owens 3-2. But we can't stand still. We can't got this in our minds. We can't comprehend this information, because we are going to our 3rd championship match for, just like the United States, a newly introduced title, but this time for the Outbreak brand, because last week or 2 weeks ago even, the first European champion was crowned. Jason Whiplash beat Jordi and Rick Owens in a triple threat match to become the first ever European champion, and he is facing the rightful #1 contender in Nate Evans. And this is an interesting story, because these are 2 former brothers.
They are indeed 2 former brothers of the Dutch Death Squad. Nate Evans was once was a part of Dutch Death Squad, but they thought he was dead weight, and I agree with them. He was dead weight. And Jason Whiplash, as we all know, has had a bit of a weird thing lately. He became a Rainbro. But it was all a ploy, all a brilliant ploy by the Dutch Death Squad, and I applaud them for it.
Well, we can talk about it later. Now let's go to the ring announce.
And it's for the European Championship. Introducing first, from Amsterdam, the one, Nate Evans.
Alright, there he is, the challenger for the European Championship, Nate Evans. And as we were talking about, me and Ev were discussing about Nate Evans being a former member of the Dutch Death Squad, which is of course now part of Daclus, and of course also by Alex Wood. And of course also by Jason Whiplash. They hold 3 championship titles, which is an unprecedented feat, and they are looking to retain all of the titles. this is the first member of the Dutch Death Squad that is in action. There's a lot riding on Jason retaining his championship. If he lost, what happens to the rest of the world? What happens to this?
What does Nate Evans even do to deserve this match? Because I can't remember anything that Nate Evans ever did in his life. He was nothing to the Dutch Death Squad, and they rid of him because he was dead weight. And now Jason Whiplash on top of the world, the hardcore icon.
And his opponent,
here he comes at.
from the Netherlands, he is the king of hardcore, Jason Whiplash.
Well, there he is, the first ever European champion. You can see him representing the entire European Union because of all the flags he wears in his shirt. I'm not sure if all the countries like that they are represented by Jason Whiplash. That is a factor that's up in the air. But for now, he is the reigning European champion, and he has his first ever title defense against Nate Evans, a former brother. And you say that you don't know why Nate Evans deserves this. Well, I'm not sure why he earned his championship match, but what I do know is that he beat Big Nasty at Outbreak last week to become the rightful #1 contender. He hasn't been handed this opportunity, he has earned this opportunity.
I call it being handed if you win against Big Nasty, because Big Nasty is the Sander Cool from Outbreak.
Well, you can say whatever you want about Big Nasty, but he has vanquished Woken Vessel to the main event of the pre-show.
I don't watch the pre-show.
You don't watch the pre-show, that's because you're in makeup, because that's, and then you took more than an hour to get your face camera ready.
Go back to go back to in your closet.
I don't even need makeup, I don't even need makeup. I can watch the pre-show.
Go back in your closet and just
then,
stay there forever.
No,
because I don't need to see your ugly face next to me.
No, it's 2018. I can come out in the closet whenever I want to. This is not something that you decide. Well, you know what I'm going to decide? I'm going to decide that you start paying attention to Nate Evans over there.
I'm not going to pay attention to Nate Evans.
Might be the next European champion.
He will not be the next European champion. Jason Whiplash is going to kick his ass and retain, for the first time, his championship.
Well, we will see about that, but
just look how it fits in. It's perfect.
He might even have to do 2 matches, because we don't know who. We know that he's going to do 2 matches. Actually, we know that he will probably be in the Dutch Death Squad.
Yeah, and
facing the Rainbows.
And there,
he should be.
And there, kind of my feelings are a bit divided there, because I'm a big Rainbow supporter, but I'm also a big Dutch Death Squad supporter. So I don't know who I want to win in that match. I don't even want to see them fight. It hurts me to see them fight. The Rainbows and the Dutch Death Squad should just become friends and become the Rainbow Death Squad.
The Rainbow Death Squad. That's actually a really good name. I actually have to give you that. That's actually a great name for a tag team. But for now, we are going to the European Championship match with a big float over DDT, which I know is Hellbreaker's favorite maneuver. I'm gonna say that every time it happens. So Jason Whiplash is not letting Nate Evans have any opportunity with a running Samoan drop and now some kicks to the back. You know, maybe there's some, there's history of course there's history between these 2 guys, but maybe there's a grudge that Jason never ever has had the opportunity to really beat down Nate Evans, to really, kick him out of the group. They just kicked him out and that's it. No repercussions, no beat down. They just let him go.
Because he wasn't even, like, why would you beat him down? He was nothing, and he's still nothing. I don't understand how he is here. I don't know why he even got a match against Big Nasty.
I know that you don't know why that is, but I know that he just hit Nate Evans with a devastating clothesline, and he's now just toying with him. The champion is toying with his challenger, and we both know from experience that toying with your challenger is not a good idea. Because it only fires up Nate Evans.
There is no firing up Nate Evans.
All right, maybe it's not firing up right now. Maybe maybe he needs some time. But Somersault Senton has been hit by Jason. Now he's going to run into another big elbow drop. And the champion is really dominating right now. He's really showing why the Dutch Death Squad... Oh, was that a thumb to the eye? The Enziguri missed by Nate Evans. Kick to the gut. Now going for a delayed neckbreaker. Very nicely done. And now the tables have turned. Now the challenger is dominating the champion. And I can see you shaking your head in disbelief, but this is really happening.
No,
this is
it's
not a dream.
Jason Whiplash, stop talking about the dream. The dream has passed and is over.
I'm saying
the dream is over.
Dream. This
the
is not
dream
a dream.
is
This is
over.
not a dream.
Dream is over. He will come back because I know the dream will become a champion one day.
Of course he will. It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. But Nate Evans, I don't know, maybe Jason Whiplash just wants to toy with him a bit more to see if he can actually step up. But he can't, and every time that Nate Evans throws a punch or a kick...
Ooh, a big suplex into the ring apron, that has to hurt.
Or a kick, or whatever, you just know that Jason Whiplash is just toying with him, just selling the fact that he's getting hurt. But he's actually not getting hurt, because who will get hurt by a pathetic little crash-test dummy like Nate Evans?
Whoa, 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 he is not a crash dash dummy. He has beautiful blonde hair. Maybe he's a bit pale, but that's not his fault. He can't decide his genetics. So, he's being dropped on the barricade, and now he throws Jason Whiplash into the ring post. Now maybe this will create a big opening for Nate Evans.
No, he will
He
not.
throws him back into the ring because, of course, Jason's forte, which we both know, is hardcore matches. He really thrives in hardcore matches. This is a singles match. He won his championship in a triples match, which is technically a no DQ match. So that's more of his waters, more of his. And now, really, 2 shoulder blocks by Nate Evans. Now, oh, being thwarted, no, going to the top rope. Jason doesn't notice. There he goes, big double axe handle from the top rope, and Nate Evans is really creating some momentum for himself.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
I
he's
can
not.
see it.
No, Jason Whiplash is just giving him some, like, just giving him a little bit of spotlight, just taking it
Nate
away.
Evans is going for a double leg Boston Crab, and can Jason fight out of it, or does he need to tap? Well, he doesn't need to tap because he fought out of it pretty quickly. The grip of Nate Evans mustn't have been 100% correct.
Of course it isn't.
Now the back elbows by Nate Evans fighting out of the grip by Jason Whiplash. And now a code breaker, very nicely done, driving the double knees into the chest. Is he going to win a European Championship? 1, 2, and a
course
kick
not.
out by Jason Whiplash at 2.5. Almost.
No,
almost.
Jason Whiplash let that happen to give him like the idea that he can win the match, but he can't win the match, and Jason
I'm
knows
not
that.
going to say that Jason Whiplash isn't smart. I'm not going to say he's dumb, but he's not thinking about, well, maybe I should give Nate Evans a chance. I mean, I know something about Jason Whiplash. He's not going to give everybody
It's
any
playing
opportunities.
mind games. It's just playing mind games, because Jason Whiplash loves playing mind games, and maybe he still has a concussion of the attack that Dylan Mason gave him.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even know what he's doing right now. Maybe he's just wrestling on instinct. We don't know this. We're not doctors. Well, he's going on the shoulders of Nate Evans. What Nate Evans going to do here? Ooh, big dropping him on the top rope, right on his throat. 1, 2. Whoa, that's really impressive, because dropping him on your throat, being dropped on your throat, it really doesn't help you breathe. That's really dangerous, you know.
Well, you know, maybe we are not doctors, but apparently to all of UCW, the president and all the board of directors think we are all therapists for some reason, because I needed to do therapy to Dark X, and I don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about, for 5 hours, I was talking about the Dark Void with him. I'm not a licensed therapist.
Oh, there it is! The Acid Rainmaker! Acid Rainmaker hit by Jason Whiplash on Nate Evans. Is he going to retain? 1, 2, and 3, and Jason Whiplash has vanquished his first challenger for the European title, and he will continue to wear it on Outbreak. Let's watch the replay now.
And your winner, Jason Whiplash.
Alright, well, the congratulations have to be given to Jason Whiplash, defeating Nate Evans' former Dutch Depths from Brentwood in a match. You can say whatever you want about it, but Nate Evans didn't go down without a fight.
He did, because Jason Whiplash gave him all the momentum that Jason Whiplash wants, because he just wanted to play mind games with his opponent, and he did exactly that. And Jason Whiplash retained, just as I said he would, but now we're going to the X Division Championship between Adrian Peck, the Birdman, and the Golden Beast Daclus.
That's true. From one champion of the Dutch Death Squad, we go to another champion of the Dutch Death Squad, both representing the Outbreak brand. Daclus, the current X Division champion, taking on the flyest man that ever lived, Adrian Peck.
Mr. Birdman.
Mr. Birdman, and he has really flown into the title scene, as you can call it that, right? What do you think about Adrian Peck? This is his first pay-per-view appearance. What do you think?
He is an interesting competitor, to say the least. He talks about birds a lot. I don't know what his obsession with birds is, but apparently he has a real obsession with birds. But he is facing the Golden Beast. He is facing the Golden Beast Daclus. And we all know who will win. That is the Golden Beast, Daclus.
Yeah, well, we can only speculate. We can only speculate about who's going to win. We are not, of course, entirely sure, but let's go to a ring announce for the introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the X Division Championship. Introducing first, from Honolulu, Hawaii, he is the flyest man that ever lived, Adrian Peck.
Now here we have Adrian Peck, and look, he really is fly. I gotta give it to him. I mean, look how fabulous this man looks. He looks absolutely fabulous. He should start a tag team with Steven Dream and call it, I don't know.
The Fabulous Birdman.
Dreambirds.
Thunderbirds. Made it. Moneymaker right here. You know, I've been taught by the greatest. I have been taught by Samuel. But as we have seen our challenger come into the ring, we of course must take our mind. Champion.
And his opponent, from the Netherlands, he is the Golden Beast, Daclus!
Alright, there he is, the current X Division champion, Daclus. He won the title back at Chase the Case, which is over 2 months ago. He won the title, beating the champion Roman Taker as 4 other competitors in a ladder match. Roman Taker took the loss so hard he changed names, but let's give it up for Daclus because he defended twice successfully against Azrael Victor, and now he's taking on the flyest man that ever lived, Adrian Peck, in this title match with Midsummer Mayhem. And will his golden reign continue? Will he become the Golden Beast after Midsummer Mayhem? We will find out.
Of course he will, but one thing that I noticed is Daclus gotten a bit more serious. He let the Golden Beast Appreciation Day go a bit, and you can see he's back in his regular attire that he had before the Golden Beast started. But he still is the Golden Beast. He is still the Golden Champion here in UCW.
That's true, and you can see the beautiful X Division Championship being displayed on your television screen. That's what these two competitors are fighting for. That's what Adrian Peck wants. Daclus has it, but for now, Adrian can only dream because he still needs to pin or submit the champion, which hasn't been done in the past 2 months. So even in non-title matches, Daclus has come out on top. He has participated in not only those kinds, he has also participated in 3-on-1 handicap matches. He has been through the mill and back, and he has proved himself to be a great X Division champion. Although his appreciation day might be a bit over the top, but he noticed that he wasn't being taken seriously because of it. He cancelled it. He goes back to where he was when he won the championship with a rebound focus. He is going to prove why he won the championship and why he's the champion in the first place while this match officially starts. And right, Daclus, of course, going for the win. Of course, maybe dominating Adrian Peck in the beginning, throwing him into the turnbuckle, now into another turnbuckle, dominating the challenger in the early going.
Yeah, but Adrian Peck, he's new to this. He is, well, at least new to UCW.
Wow, that was a pretty good jackknife powerbomb by Adrian Peck here.
The strength shown there like says a lot why he is the #1 contender for the X Division Championship.
True, of course. You know, he defeated a couple of awesome and top guys to get this position. This is not a division that you can take lightly, the X Division. So Daclus now with a big devastating clothesline, sending Adrian Peck to the outside, and Daclus following in pursuit of the challenger, not wanting him to recuperate, which is a really smart strategy to use.
It is, it really is. And you can see here Daclus throwing him in the announce table, and that always hurts.
Yeah, that's really, it's happening right in front of us. We can see Adrian riding in pain right in front of our announce table. And Daclus, he isn't proving him yet. Kick to the gut, double axe handle to the back, a big clubbing clothesline to the back of the head. And just like in the last match with Nate Evans, the punches that you don't see hurt the hardest. So again, he's dragging him into the middle of the ring, maybe going for the first pinfall of the match. No, he's working the leg, kicking him in the inside of his kneecap, which is a really, really awkward place to be hit. Because your knee is really the fundamentalist of your whole leg. If your knee gives out, then you'll not be able to stand. You won't be able to do such a beautiful snap suplex. For now, Adrian Peck is still fine. He can still do it. But if Daclus continues this, well, maybe the Birdman won't be able to fly anymore.
We all know Daclus will, because Daclus has an amount of strength that is unprecedented here in UCW. He's probably the strongest man here in UCW. Also, we also have someone called Insane J, and he is also a pretty strong guy.
That's true, but Daclus is now dominating and showing off his strength with two big deadlift gut wrench suplexes. Now just sitting on top of Adrian and bashing his skull in with big forearms.
Now Whiplash has a question for us. He says, Sonny and Ed, what are your ratings for Whiplash versus Evans?
Well, I think it was a great match. Of course, you're talking about Rays of Sunshine ratings. So, out of 5 Sunshines, I would give this 3 Sunshines.
Why do I work with you? I would give it Jace Whiplash, because you, of course, were in the match. You're a part of the Golden Dutch Death Squad, or the Rainbow Death Squad, as it should have been called.
Well, it was only a temporary allowance.
I'd give it 5 Whiplashes out of 5.
Well, you use your rating system, I use mine. I know which one will be probably produced in a newsletter right now again.
And that's mine, because I am the best commentator in this business. Everywhere I go, people scream my name. Not Sonny, they hate Sonny, because you love Sandra.
No, they don't hate Sonny, but a big overhead belly-to-belly suplex by the champion, flooring the challenger right now. Let's see if Adrian can recuperate. Another big clothesline over the top rope, sending Adrian Peck to the outside. And again, Daclus following his challenger. And he really is dominating right now. And Adrian Peck now finally reversing. Reverse DDT. Very nicely done on the outside, which only hurts Daclus more. And maybe the second time wasn't the smartest decision because now Adrian has the upper hand.
He has, and like I said, I haven't seen a lot of this kid, so I can't say a lot about Adrian Peck.
Well, you know, we may have not seen a lot of Adrian Peck yet. He is also new to UCW, but right now, seeing a competitor for the first time, it's really exhilarating. He's going to top, but you don't know what he's going to do, because we've never seen him before. That's the upside that we have, and a big double accent, but he got caught right in the middle of it, right in the mid-air, with a punch to the gut, really flooring him, punching the air right out of his lungs, and he was trying to take flight as only he could do, but he got shot down with a shotgun of a right hand by Daclus, who's now dominating once again. Maybe the challenger is a bit too confident.
Maybe he is, because Daclus is a confident man. He really is. He is probably the most overconfident man here. But he has a reason to be. Look how long he already holds the X Division Championship. He became the Golden Beast when he won a championship. And he's been undefeated in singles competition at least. I think he lost in a tag team once.
Well, he has lost in singles competition, but Adrian now going for the cover 1 and a kick out by Daclus.
Well, I don't know
in
my
the beginning
facts.
when we were still called something else, which I'm not going to mention because it's not relevant, just like that name isn't. But that means that the tournament to crown the first ever X Division champion, he made it to the finals. He made it to the finals and he lost.
That is true.
And of course, you can only see how that has furthered his career. He has taken that loss and he has come back even stronger and became the champion as he tried back then. But this, big move here by Daclus, going for the cover 1, 2, and a kick out by Adrian Peck, keeping his chances to become the X Division champion alive.
You don't even know the names of...
No, I'm not sure what this name called, but I do know what this is. I do know what this is, because this is the Golden Beast bomb delivered by Daclus. And is he going to retain his championship right here? 1, 2, and 3. And Daclus has vanquished the Birdman, Adrian Peck here. And I can see that somebody has got to go. Sander is going. Well, Sander, I have loved seeing your match. I'm going to root for you on Power Struggle this Monday when you are going to face the champion. And of course, you are going to win, Sander. So I hope you have a nice week.
Now, Jamie Starr says something that I really agree with. Sander, are you defending Sonny because you actually like your love being in the closet?
Well, that's not something that I can know. I'm going to try anyway because that's what you do. Because Sander doesn't need to be putting any more bad daylights. But that's also impossible when I'm around. My ray of sunshine is only a good ray of sunshine. And you know this, and I see you laughing with me. But you know that I'm serious. But let's all get a good look at the curve. And still reigning X Division champion back. Alright, here we go. So 2 members of the Dutch Death Squad have retained their championships here tonight at Midsummer Mayhem. The rise and the domination of this stable, of this group of brothers, doesn't seem to be able to stop at.
It really doesn't, as you said, because Jason Whiplash retained, and now Daclus retained. Does this mean that our champion, Alex Mercury, will retain as well? Will they stay the Golden Death Squad?
Tennessee,
Or will they be?
Dark Axe James!
Thank you, Sonny. That's because I am the absolute best.
Well, you are the absolute best. At being the absolute worst.
So here we have Dark X, and Dark X had a brutal match at Worldwide Warfare against General Manager Power Struggle, Hunter Deal, and he lost. And that did something to the psyche of Dark X. But here he faces Justin Perrault, the living legend, the one everybody should praise to the stars, because he is the living legend, and the living legend championship that he
of
holds.
course has his own championship belt. I am going to recount my experiences with him, but first let's watch his command.
And his opponent from Tampa, Florida, the living legend, Justin Perrault.
Well, here he is. Sonny and Ed needed to take a little break because of course we get tired, we need some refreshing, we need something to drink, which we did. Ed got a really nice shot of Desperados, which really is his signature drink. So if you ever want to send any fan mail to Ed, send him Desperados tequila flavored beer.
This is not a sponsor, by the way. I wish we were sponsored by Desperados. That means I would have Desperados for life, but I don't. But yeah, that's
you
my
know what you're
choice.
gonna have for life, Ed?
No.
Alcohol problems.
I don't care about the alcohol problems. It runs in my family. We are all alcoholics.
Well, that explains a lot. But right now we are looking at the reigning, defending, well, not technically defending, but he is the reigning legend of UCW champion. The living legend, Justin L.
Yeah, and he doesn't think people are worthy of his championship, so...
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The cleaning lady that UCW hired, she is ready for a UCW title, for a legend of UCW title shot. While this is, of course we must explain, this is a false count anywhere match between Dark X and Living Legend, which was really made like a couple of hours ago. This match was not announced ahead of time. This was like 2 hours ago. The general manager came out to the ring. He came out with an announcement for this match, and this is really like as close as you can get. Like nobody had like a great amount of time to prepare. What does that to you as a competitor, Ed?
Well, I think Justin always prepares for the inevitable, because, you know, this is his valet. This is his car valet. This is the man who destroyed his car. And I cannot stress that enough. He destroyed his car. He should have just got the keys and parked it somewhere nice. But no, he had to completely destroy the car. And you see here Justin getting frustrated because of it. I mean, it's still in his head that his car has been destroyed by Dark X.
That's true. Well, all this outside fighting is this time legal because false count everywhere. And as I was about to explain, I have of course done my therapy sessions with the one and only living legend, whose beef with Sander has not slowed down. He's still really bitter about the fact that Sander has dragged him into the mess that he probably created, because Sander doesn't do those kinds of things. But you know, he really he is filled with anger, this guy. He may be a champion, but he doesn't act like a champion.
I still don't know why you were the therapist for Justin Perrault, because it doesn't make sense. You are not a licensed therapist. Like Justin said, it's just something that you glued on upon so that it looks like you are a therapist, but you're not.
No, I have printed out that receipt from Harvard. You know, that took me about 5 minutes. While Dark X goes for the first cover and only a 2 count, while he has hit the living legend with a baseball bat. We haven't shined a light on those, but it's happening right in front of our noses. But you know, besides the fact that maybe I'm not the best to be doing a therapy session with somebody as dangerous as Justin L. Perrault, what I am capable of is doing play-by-play commentary, while Dark X did a leg drop, and now Living Legends is finally fighting back, but Dark X is not having any of it. Taking him up on his shoulders and doing a big single leg gutbuster, very nicely done by Dark X, who really needs a win. Big DDT on the outside, because of course he lost to the Power Struggle General Manager Hunter Deal at World by World.
He did. I already said that, but you always repeat yourself.
Yeah, you know, you can only repeat a good thing. So.
But I actually wanted to talk about something else, and that is just look at the bright attire of Justin, just the living legend, shining upon the UCW universe.
Yeah, well, that's true, because I always said DDT on the outside. Again, Dark is going for the cover. The referee wasn't in place. 1, 2. Maybe that is what saved Justin here from the 3 count. Maybe because the referee wasn't paying attention. Maybe if he was there, Dark X would have already won.
No, of course not. I mean, the referee, of course, pays attention to the beautiful attire that is made by not Sander & Co. Because nobody fucking buys stuff from Sander & Co. Nobody. It's made by himself, because this is a living legend and he can create his own attires.
Well, that's very nice, but the living legend is being livingly dominated here by Dark X. But, you know, he's really fighting back for the first time in this match. He's being... What's he going for? No. Ooh, a vertebraker. A vertebraker. This move is banned in most companies, but here at UCW we have no limitations. You can do whatever you want as long as it's within the rules of a false count anywhere. No disqualifications. Big deadlift gut wrench suplex by Justin. Very nicely done. If
Justin wanted to grab a gun and shoot him down, he could do it, because we don't have any rules in UCW.
Well, we do have some rules. We really don't want any of the competitors to actually die, because this promotion needs to be alive longer than ECW in the 90s. But doesn't mean that we allow gun use. But 1, and a kick out by Dark X at 1. Living Legend, of course, hasn't done as much to Dark X as that Dark X has done to Living Legend, but maybe, you know, that I noticed in therapy that Justin's anger issues are like out of control. They are really something else. So probably Dark X ruining Justin's car and all the things that happened between him and Sander still in his head, and he can't seem to focus at.
No, he doesn't. I mean, there's a lot that happens.
Again, a cover by Dark X. 1, 2, and 3, and out of nowhere! Out of nowhere, Dark X has beat Justin. But you know what this means? You know what this means, Hector?
What does it mean?
It means that Justin has to leave UCW. His contract is terminated.
Why did the general manager of Outbreak decide it was a good idea to fire the living legend, the only one that shines so bright?
I always told Justin to shine as bright as a diamond, but that is not what happened here. His diamond, he is a diamond in the rough, and Dark X, after forming the Warriors of Darkness, he has now vanquished the living legend, the legend of UCW champion, Justin. And he needs to take his anger issue somewhere else, because he is fired from United Championship Wrestling, and we all have to live with the fact that this was the last pay-per-view for the Living Legend. What does this mean to you? What does this mean?
I'm really sad to see the Living Legend go. He should have become like a world champion at some point, but now we'll never see that day, and I'm incredibly sad. And I'm so sad that he cannot beat down Sandra anymore, that he just can't attack Sandra anymore backstage, at his home, at his workplace. I'm just sad that I'll never hear about that ever again.
Well, you can say whatever you want about Justin, but seeing as his anger issues are as big as the Miami mountains, that means that probably Sander needs to have some security, because I don't think that a restraining order or the police is gonna slow down Justice's attempts to throw Sander down the staircase.
No, it will probably not, but Justin will still do it, but I won't hear about it anymore, you know. I won't hear about it.
You know, I'm not sure if I should feel guilty about it. You know, I refined it, I accepted Justin's license to wrestle. I agreed that this should be happening, and now he lost. He's gone. You know.
Now this match right here, it has me divided. I mean, I love the Rainbros, I love the Dutch Death Squad, I support them both, and now I don't know who to support more. Rainbow Wolf is my top guy in this whole company. Nobody can touch him, not even Alex Mercury, our champion that I greatly adore. Rainbow Wolf is the only one that's my, you know, I'm gonna do something that Booker T always says, five time, it's my 5-time top list.
On the top of your 5 all-time favorites.
Yeah, and Rainbow Wolf is in the top, and then second it's Alex Mercury, at third it's the Living Legends, Justin Perrault.
This list isn't right. Where's Sander? Where's Sander in your top 5? Is he at number 4?
Number 4 is it's not Sander, because Sander is all the way at the bottom of the list. No, he is not even on the list. He's not even on the top 30 list, on the top 50, on the top 100, top 200, top 1,000 of all time, top 10,000 of all time. He is nowhere on any list, because Sander is absolutely nothing.
Well, you know what one list he has? You know what list he has made? He has made the list of people with a title shot, which is more than some people in UCW can say, but we need to focus on this tag team encounter between the TTS and the Rainbows. So let's go to our ring announcer, Dylan Schreuder.
And it's for the Tag Team Championships. Introducing first.
Alright, there they are, the representatives of the Dutch Death Squad. It will be the first match of AK-47 Chiel, but it will be the second match of Jason Whiplash. And does this mean that the champions, the Rainbows, have an advantage?
I think they actually do. They've tagged for a long time. Jason Whiplash used to tag with Nate Evans. When Nate Evans left, he kind of didn't really tag that much, but when he did, it was with AK-47 Chiel. And what I wanted to say is number 4 is of course Jimmy Shadow, your new United States champion. And number 5, who could be number 5 in a top 5 list? Like I said,
he deserves a spot on that
Sander
list.
Isn't even on the million list.
No, he deserves a spot on that list.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
and
does.
he will never be on that list again. And you have to stop about Sander. Your Sander love is getting out of hand. You talk about him in every match that we had because you love Sander so much. You should go back to the closet with Sander apparently because you love him so much that you need to be in the closet with Sander for some 5 minutes of fun.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? We are going to watch the champions make their way to the ring, while AK-47 Chiel and Jason Whiplash
Rainbow
are
Wolf
waiting.
and Ross the Rainbow, the Rainbows.
Alright, there they are, the reigning and defending champions here at Midsummer Mayhem. The Rainbows, consisting of Russ the Rainbow and Rainbow Wolf. Of course, one of these is your number one, or is the tag team number one? What? Explain this, Ed.
Rainbow Wolf is number 1.
So what about Russ the Rainbow?
He's somewhere in the top 60.
In the top 16 or the top 60?
60.
60.
Because number 5 is, of course, Janie Stars, the manager of Jimmy Shadow.
The only woman to have ever made the top 5 of Ed. Janie Stars. Well, put that in your recognition. Where's the Guinness Book of World Records to record this? But right now, we are watching the champions make their return at Midsummer Mayhem, make their grand entrance. This means that this title match and the great divide here happening in Ed's mind, I can see him cracking under the pressure. He doesn't know which one to root for. But what I do know is this is going to be one thrilling encounter. The tag team scene is one of the brightest scenes here in all of UCW. It has been setting all the pay-per-views on fire. Every tag team match has been a great one, and this will be no different. So either way, if the Dutch Death Squad win or the Rainbows retain, we are going to have one great spectacle of a match.
We will. The Rainbows has been constantly in the best matches of every show. Worldwide Warfare, they stole the show, and of course at Hardcore Revolution their Hell in a Cell match stole the night.
That's true, and it was back at Hardcore Revolution where they defeated the first ever champions, the Resistance, for the championships, which they had carried for over a month and a half into Midsummer Mayhem. So right now the first ever title defense that's not happening against the Resistance. The Resistance had their rematch at Worldwide Warfare, another Bloodburner, another Barnstormer by them, and of course we all know what happened. The Rainbows retained, carry the gold still, but will they be defeated by the Dutch Death Squad, who have really come into their minds as of this week? Because on Outbreak, Jason Whiplash, now in the team of the Dutch Death Squad, was trying to, well, get into the minds of the Rainbows, and I think he has done that. I think he's in the back of the minds of at least the Rainbow Wolf. We haven't heard Russ the Rainbow speak out about it. Rainbow Wolf has been very adamant about it while this match has started officially, with AK-47 starting the match, which isn't quite a surprise because Jason of course has a match already.
He has been, you know, like Rainbow Wolf has been an angry wolf, an angry wolf, because he really thought that Jason Whiplash was his friend, and as much as I love Rainbow Wolf, that was it was a mistake to trust someone from the Dutch Death Squad. I love the Dutch Death Squad, don't get me wrong, but they can betray someone in a snap, and that's what
they have done it already twice. They have betrayed Nate Abbott, they have betrayed Dylan Mason. I don't know what the Rainbows were thinking, but right now the Dutch Death Squad are dominating. They speared Russ the Rainbow off the apron, and Rainbow Wolf now getting a big short backbreaker, while Russ is climbing onto the apron once again. Now the first tag of the match, Jason Whiplash and Rainbow Wolf are now legal. Rainbow Wolf needs to have some momentum. He needs to fight back against Jason, who already had a match. Jason, big, very nicely done, fireman scary takeover. Now, what's he going for? Taking him onto his shoulders. Big single leg gutbuster by Jason Whiplash, who is really showing some heart and some skill to be doing 2 matches in a night.
he is, but hey, he's the hardcore icon. He has death matches on his records that he did, and death matches can go for 5 minutes, 1 minute, they can go for 4 hours straight, and I know he's been in a match that cost 6 hours of his life.
Well, those are 6 hours filled with the brutal and the hardcore that the wrestling business has to offer, but that's not the case right now. Again, he tried to do a spear, but he couldn't see where Russ the Rainbow was, probably because of those tassels that are going everywhere, and he missed, but he retorted himself with a DDT through the ropes. Now Rainbow Wolf, not knowing what's happening, big snapback suplex, very nicely done by Jason Whiplash. who really isn't showing any fatigue or any stress or anything. It's really nice that he can do this.
He had a few matches to rest, and that's what he did. He recuperated. He drank some Fristy.
Of course.
Fristy is their promotion for all. Like it will stay like that. And he was just talking about that he rather has Fristy than Desperados. I don't agree.
No.
But he had some Fristy to help him, and now, well,
now he has him on the top of his shoulders with a big rolling centrum from the middle rope. Very nicely done. We don't see Jason Whiplash go for aerial tactics often, but now he's just admiring his work in destroying the Rainbows. You know, he betrayed them, and now he's destroying them. This can only, garner him more pleasure each time he hits Rainbow Wolf. Big back elbows, very nicely done. Now taking him on into a torture rack position. What's he going to do right now? He's going for an inverted TKO from the torture rack. Very nice. Going for the first cover of the match in a 1 count, and Rainbow Wolf kicks out. Russ the Rainbow, you can see him screaming on the apron. Well, he really wants into this match.
He wants into this match,
and he does. He does go into the match. Jason didn't pay attention for 1 second, and it was that 1 second delay that was needed for Rainbow Wolf to make the tag. And now Russ the Rainbow is going on a rampage, taking Jason onto his shoulders. Big snake eyes in the corner, and now Russ going to the top rope. He does very agile. He decides to do nothing with it because he probably couldn't clear the distance. And now AK-47 is in. Now the big 2 fresh guys being tagged in, and this match has changed in like a heartbeat.
It really isn't, but Chiel is a strong man. Chiel was the longest champion here in UCW.
Well, he still is.
Well, he still is. He was the longest TV champion. He's still the longest TV champion.
Yeah, of course.
But he also was the longest champion in history of UCW.
That's true. A big top rope elbow drop by Russ the Rainbow on the longest reigning champion that UCW has ever seen. A great reign of 72 days he has held the television championship since its inception. Now, of course, we have our first champion, Galkie, who defeated Hellbreaker earlier in the night. While Russ the Rainbow delivers a big back suplex onto AK-47 Chiel. Now again going to the top rope. Maybe watch out, big moonsault into double stomp. We have seen him do this before. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by AK-47 Chiel after that devastating move by the Rainbows.
I just want to say it was a moon stomp.
Not a stomp.
Not a moon stomp. It's a moon stomp.
And now we saw Russ the Rainbow hitting a 450 splash, and now a running double axe handle. And you can see that the Rainbows are really getting control of this match again.
They really are, and of course they are. They are the champions, and they've had incredible title defenses. And even, we have to talk about this fact, Rainbow Wolf, because Russ isn't really in the picture at the moment, but Rainbow Wolf has challenged the Bearded Revival to a match. And the Bearded Revival, of course, the tag team of Trida.
That's true. From Worldwide Wrestling, one of the partners of Worldwide Warfare. The Bearded Revival are a staple of their tag team division for over a year now. And now AK-47 Chiel tried to fight back, but Russ the Rainbow isn't going to let that happen. Big suplex, very nicely done. Well, you know, the Rainbows, they have in their back of their minds, of course, that they have been betrayed by Jason Whiplash, but it doesn't seem to be affecting them very much. They have found a way to reverse that anger into power, and they are taking it out right now on the Dutch Death Squad.
Because they are glorious.
They are glorious. They are giving them a glorious beatdown.
And what the weird thing is, they have always been with 2. The Rainbows have always been with 2 men.
We just saw another moon stomp, and is he going for the cover? Yes, he is. 1, 2, and another kick out. Chiel has kicked out of 2 moonstomps. This hasn't been done before. The Resistance at Hardcore Revolution, the second moonstomp did it for them. That was the 1, 2, and 3. And again, it happened at Worldwide Warfare. But the Dutch Death Squad are showing something that we haven't seen in the tag team division.
Just look at Chiel, look at the man. He's a freak of nature. Of course he kicks out.
And now he's taking control. Big missile dropkick being hit a couple of seconds ago. And Chiel is taking his time. Now working on the leg. He of course doesn't want to be hit with another Moonstomp. But this is a very sound strategy.
It really is. And what I wanted to say with the two competitors, they all will win with 2. But for the Bearded Revival, they're going to be with 3.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Who is going to be that third competitor? Who can they even... Because I think it was going to be Jason Whiplash at that point. Yeah. I think they really recruited him for that, but...
Yeah, of course, they saw the potential. They see what Jason can bring. They of course saw him become the first ever European champion a week before that. They saw what he could do. They thought to themselves, we needed this. While AK-47 hits a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, very nicely done. But they were betrayed. They thought we are going to have one hell of a chance against the Bearded Revival. You need some top guys. You need the creme de la creme that UCW has to offer. But it wasn't going to be that simple, and Jason, he wasn't ready to betray or maybe step out of the comfort zone that is the Dutch Death Squad.
No, of course not. I mean, he has brothers there. It's a family. It's always been a family. The Dutch Death Squad are one big happy family.
Well, of course now they are happy, but right now a big driving maneuver hit by Russ the Rainbow, and you can see that Russ the Rainbow has been in this match for over 7 minutes now. Rainbow Wolf hasn't been tagged in yet, and now the submission, a big double leg Boston Crab, and immediately Chiel taps. Chiel has stepped out immediately to the submission hold of Russ the Rainbow. He has secured the win, and the Rainbows are still the UCW Tag Team Champions. What do you think of Chiel tapping out here,
I'm really surprised at this, to be honest. I never thought Chiel would tap out, and even so quickly. Look how fast that went. It went really fast. It went really fast.
That's true. Not even for 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Those were not even needed because Chiel knew that when he put on that submission hold, it was done. He knew he wasn't going to get out. That's probably what happened. He wanted to save his own body. He wanted to fight another day. He wants to have another crack at that championship gold. Maybe he wants another crack at his former television championship gold, but he knew he needed to save himself from this.
They have to have a talk now in the Dutch Death Squad, because who was the weakest link between Jason Whiplash and Chiel? Is it Chiel because he taps out?
Or is it Jason because he wasn't able to fight 2 matches?
That's true. And I'm gonna grab a new beverage, Desperado, because I am getting thirsty. So I'll leave you with Sunny. I know how bad that is. It's absolutely awful, but I can't help it.
Well, technically, being left with me only brighten up your day, because the only voice you're going to hear for the next couple of seconds is going to be mine, because right now my co-commentator Ed is getting me some beverage, and himself, he wants another shot of Desperados, hashtag not sponsored. But you know what is really good is that we are gearing up for our first big World Championship match. It will be a fatal 4-way once again from the Outbreak brand. It will be Aiden Zynda versus John Dreamfield versus Connor Boyd representing the Dutch Death Squad versus Insane J, who I don't know that much about. He has been a newcomer of the newcomers, but for now we are going to our ring announcer Dylan Schroeder for the announcement of this World Championship match.
World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing first, from the Netherlands, he is the force of nature, Aiden Zynda!
Well, there he is. Ed still hasn't made it back from the production team where we keep all our drinks and food, but he will be back shortly. But for now, brighten up your day. Close the doors, open up your curtains, let through the sunny sunshine sapphire, which should really be my nickname. So everybody, say it with me: sunny, Sunshine, Sapphire. You know, I of course support everybody who supports me, but to see here that Aiden Zynda making his way to the ring, he is one hell of a competitor. He has had an amazing point. They have set the singles division on fire. Both have been drafted to Outbreak, and by coincidence or by fate have both been landed into this fatal 4-way encounter to crown the first ever world champion on the Outbreak brand. Let's go to our wing announcer for the second competitor.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, it's Insane!
And there he is, the second competitor. Of course, I've talked about him before. I've talked about him into the introduction of this match. It's Insane J. He is from Freedom. He has worked there. Now he is making his way to UCW. And I don't know much about this guy. I don't even know if Connor, Aiden, or John knows anything about this guy. They have had one opportunity to see the match, his qualifier against Justin Perrault on Outbreak this week. He has won, he has earned his way into this championship encounter. But, you know, Insane J, we don't know that much about him, Ed.
No, we really don't know a lot about Insane J. I'm gonna have to try and get back to my commentator seat. But yeah, we don't know a lot about him. We didn't see a lot about him. We know he's really known in Trida as a big force of nature. In Lunatic, I think they call him.
Well, he calls himself Insane, but here we have another man who may be classified.
And their opponents from Sparta, the Netherlands, the no-nonsense knockout artist, Connor!
Well, there he is. He is representing the Dutch Death Squad, Connor Boyd. Well, the Dutch Death Squad has had a good night so far. They maybe not have won the tag team titles, but every other title they have held, they have retained. And now it's the chance for Connor to give them the 4th championship reign.
Now I'm looking forward to Connor, because I said it before, I like this guy. I really do. He reminds me, I don't know how he reminds me of, like, just a crazy character.
Remind you of yourself, because probably you're looking into the mirror, because you are insane sometimes too.
I am not insane. I've never been insane in my life. I am quite sane. I have a certification of being sane.
Here's the Flying Dutchman.
Well, you can say whatever you want, Ed, but you know, even though you may be sometimes insane, I still like you. I can do commentary and review. And you know, those security guys out in the back, they aren't watching you because I told them. They are watching you
because they like me. Everyone likes Ed. I'm not going back to some asylum after this. No, I don't live next to Dylan Mason. No, that's not true. It's all a rumor. That's not true.
Well, we are watching John Dreamfield make his way to the ring, while Ed here tries to destroy the rumor mill that's been rolling around the UCW locker room. And it's of course not true, which hashtag means it's true, because it does mean that you are a bit insane, Ed, because you can't even be called insane without reacting insane. But for now, we are going to see the beautiful World Championship belt. That's what they're going to be fighting for. The inaugural champion will be crowned here on Midsummer Mayhem. It's going to be either Aiden, Connor, Insane J, or John Dreamfield. For those 4 competitors, maybe not for Insane J, we don't know his track record in Freedom, but for John, Aiden, and Connor, this is the biggest opportunity of their lives. And immediately, Insane J is being targeted by Aiden Zynda. Aiden Zynda needed to get a closer look. I couldn't see it. This is of course a mass of humanity. John Dreamfield sent to the outside, going back in. Now big backbreaker being hit on Aiden Zynda by Connor Boyd, his big nemesis of course. We've known they go way back. They entered UCW at the same time, and a big low line by Aiden, flattening Connor. He is going back into the ring and now hitting a big back suplex on the behemoth that is known as Insane J. This guy is freaking big, Ed.
He is big. He is the biggest man on this roster. I thought it was gonna be Chiel. I thought it was gonna be Daclus. But no, it is insane, Jay. Just look at the size of this man. I don't want to see him anywhere near our commentator booth, because that man will tower over everyone.
Yeah, that's true. Probably if somebody tries to send him to an announce table, he will not take that one. He will take out both announce tables. Then we won't even have Spanish commentary. And how do people like Jimmy Shadow or Janie Stars supposed to listen to commentator if we don't have a Spanish announce team?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because they need that Spanish announcement.
Yeah, well, we can say all what he wants, but nobody calls himself Jimmy Sombra and isn't Spanish, you know. So these are all things we do for the likes of them. We, of course, want a Latino audience. And some of the biggest stars in the wrestling business have come from Mexico, have been Latino. You need to have those people in your promotion.
And we, of course, have a Greek announcement table as well, because we have someone from Greece.
From Greece, but it's only a one-man booth because Greece couldn't afford to send any more. But, you know, that's beside the point. You know, but here, first cover of the match, and it was a rope break, very nicely seen by the official. This is, of course, a championship encounter, which means that it is not a no DQ match. There is a rope break, there is a disqualification, there is a count out, which really doesn't make any sense, but I don't make the rules. Jeroen van Kuijk does. So if anybody wants to know why Jeroen van Kuijk made this a count out match, send mail to him at his address, which I'm going to leave around the commentary booth for some of the fans to pick up and send him some angry viruses. But for now, let's continue to watch this match, because Aiden Zynda is really looking forward to doing nothing, because he is attacking John Dreamfield right now.
I gotta say, Aiden Zynda has been in some control. He really has been controlling this match from the get-go.
That's true. Aiden is really making his name known, and he tried to go for a big forearm, countered by John, and he countered big lariat. And now he's going to the top rope. What is Aiden Zynda thinking while Insane Jay and Connor Boyd are fighting on the outside? Ooh, big top rope move missed. And now a big tornado DDT hit by Aiden Zynda while Insane Jay was being sent into the ring post by Connor Boyd and now sent back into the ring. And what is Aiden doing now? Oh, big stomp! The stomp! The stomp by Aiden Zynda. But he's not going for the cover yet.
He probably saw the other two still in the ring, and he thought it's not a good idea to strike right now.
Now a big neck breaker on Connor Boyd. Connor rolling out of the ring, and this is looking really good for Aiden, but not really good for the other guys in this match. And what is Aiden going to do? He's going for the cover after a big boot 1, 2, and a kick out by John Dreamfield after a big kick by Aiden Zynda. The championship still up for grabs here.
I've heard something now from Jason Whiplash. I know this was an announcement supposed to be done by Jeroen van Kuijk and Hunter Deal, but apparently we're going to do it now because the rumor has been broken. And it's at Global Domination Amsterdam. We will have an English and a Dutch announcement team for the first time ever. A Dutch announcement team. And it will be Dylan Snyder, our ring announcer, and Victor van Zoest.
Wow, I don't know who these two guys are, but they sound like a tremendous couple of human beings.
What do you mean you don't know our ring announcer?
I know our ring announcer, I don't know who the commentary team will be.
I just said Dylan Snyder.
I don't know Victor. I mean, of course, he has the perfect name. He is a victor in everything he does. But, you know, we have to focus on this match because, of course, the rope break, again a rope break, very nicely seen by our official. But we have, of course, this announcement. It's changing UCW. UCW is going overseas for the very first time to Amsterdam in September. We are going to come at you with Global Domination, which is our touring brand when we are in everywhere else but the United States. So we will have a Dutch and an English announce team, which is a very nice gesture and will bring UCW to even greater heights. While the stomp again has been hit on Insane J this time, and the big boot again on John Dreamfield, and a cover 1, 2, and 3, and we have a first ever World Heavyweight Champion in Aiden Zynda. Ed, what are your thoughts about this?
Well, I just have to say that stomp by Insane J was insane, and at the same time John Dreamfield kicked him with a huge drop kick to put this big man down. And I'm absolutely delighted that Aiden Zynda here is the champion, although I'd rather have seen Con.
Aiden Zynda has made history here tonight by becoming the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship. He has etched his name in history. The first ever world champion on the Outbreak brand, and it's Aiden Zynda, the force of nature. Well, you know he's gonna have an after party.
Is your winner.
He's gonna have an after party in his force.
It's true. So if you ever want to be in nature, in all of its glory, then you need to come to the after party of Aiden Zynda. I don't know in which forest it's gonna be, but it's gonna set the world on fire. Hopefully not the forest, because we have enough forest fires already. But we have to channel our attention to the pre-main event, Ed, and this is one special match, doesn't it? Isn't this special for you, Ed?
Now our general manager of Power Struggle is gonna face our general manager of Outbreak. It's Hunter Deal, who is of course a real competitor, against Jeroen van Kuik, who has never seen wrestling gear in his life. He's never been in the ring in his life. Well, maybe for an announcement or two. But he's never competed in this kind of level. He probably lost every fight he's ever been in. And now he's gonna face Hunter Deal, a real wrestler.
That's true, but let's take it to our ring announcer to announce our two general
This following
managers.
contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
I'm back,
from Richmond, Kentucky,
and I'm better than ever.
Alright, there he is. He is back again. Hunter Deal for his second match ever in UCW. He of course defeated Dark X, who defeated Justin on this pay-per-view. So Dark X, he has taken that loss to Hunter Deal and he has become stronger. But Hunter Deal, he won at World Wide Warfare. He beat Dark X in the main event of UCW Sports Show. And now he's facing his colleague, maybe his brother in arms, maybe his rival at sometimes and his ally at sometimes, in Jeroen van Kuik. And as you noted, Ed, Jeroen has never stepped into a wrestling ring as a wrestler. He has only stepped into it as a general manager, making matches for other people, never for himself. But let's see how he comes out. We don't know this. How will he look? Let's find out.
Now,
and his opponent from the Netherlands, he is the general manager of Outbreak, Jeroen van Kuik.
now I just got word that I need to say this from the production team in the back. It is Jeroen time, everyone. It is time for a general manager of Outbreak to completely kick the shit, yeah, because we are not PG, out of Hunter Deal.
Well, I think it's nice that Jeroen van Kuik is such a big Vader lover, that he's a Majin Vader who, of course, tragically passed away earlier this year. Rip Vader, everybody. But, you know, Jeroen, he is a great general manager and all, but he is not as great as Vader has ever been. But, of course, he has the protective mask on that Vader always wore. This is the trademark Vader spot, and now it's Jeroen time instead of Vader time. But, you know, it maybe is his time now, but Hunter can smash that clock and his time into pieces in just a couple of seconds. But what do you think is Jeroen's greatest asset in this match? What do you think is the one? Does Jeroen have any advantage at? Well, we're gonna come back to you once you have cleared your laughter. But you, what's happening here? And what are you laughing at?
Well, I've never seen a competitor just like Jeroen van Kuik without even any boots on. He has no boots on.
Well, maybe he lost his shoes.
He probably lost his shoes in the way to the ring. I just heard backstage from production. Indeed, the shoes of Jeroen van Kuik are still in the gorilla zone.
Well, we have experience. We know this. We know that from experience and now from evidence that Jeroen van Kuik doesn't know how to tie his shoelaces. He doesn't know this. He hasn't got his degree in tying his shoes when he was 4 and in kindergarten. which of course I have because my shoes are neatly tied. I'm not wearing them right now because nobody can see my feet anyway. It's just the face that's making the money right now for me. But Jeroen is towering over Hunter Deal, and this can be his one advantage. He dropped Hunter Deal dangerously close to the ring apron. He might have hit his chin on the apron.
He's not a safe competitor at all, because he doesn't even know how to be a safe competitor, because he's never been in the ring. But it is Jeroen time, like I said before, and he's gonna win against Hunter Deal.
Well, he's going to try his best to win against Hunter Deal.
Look at this, he's going
to the top rope.
This is unbelievable.
Well, what's going to happen? Oh, big splash by Jeroen.
Jeroen splash, Jeroen splash.
On a 1 count, and Hunter Deal was able to kick out. Well, you know, the biggest surprise of this match is that Jeroen actually knows how to do a splash with landing on his opponent. You can say whatever you want, but that's pretty impressive.
It was a beautiful Jeroen splash, because that's the name of it.
Oh, and now Hunter and Jeroen both cuckling to the outside. And you know, I think the general managers are still pissed about the trade-off that they did in the beginning. They traded Sander for Baphomet. Baphomet, of course, went to Outbreak, but I think Hunter really wants Baphomet back, and maybe Jeroen wants Sander back, seeing as Sander is on a roll on Power Struggle.
It's about something completely different, Sonny. I don't know why you didn't notice, because Hunter had in his top picks the Rainbros. He wanted the Rainbros to be his tag team. Yeah, but well, Jeroen stole them from them, and a good job was stealing them, because it's the best tag team there is, because they are the tag team champions.
That's true, they are the top tag team.
Hunter is still pissed off about this.
That's true, but Jeroen is now just hollowing around with Hunter on his shoulders, going for the pin again. 1, 2, a two count this time by Jeroen. Well, you know, I know why they say that they are fighting, but you know, you seem to forget that I have printed out my Harvard degree, and that by all means, I am now a licensed psychiatrist, and I can see what's beyond the surface. I can see that Jeroen is really devastated about the fact that Sander is doing so well on Power Struggle, because Hunter believes in Sander. Hunter supports Sander. Hashtag Hunter and Sonny support Sander. But that means that Sander is achieving all those highs that he couldn't achieve on Outbreak, and that has sparked something in Jeroen.
Jeroen doesn't care about Sander, because Jeroen is actually a smart general manager that doesn't want Sander, because he knows Sander is absolutely nothing.
You know what was really impressive? Hunter just hit a big Falcon Arrow on Jeroen, and Jeroen is a much bigger competitor than Hunter Deal ever probably hopes to be, but and he probably doesn't want to fight without his shoes on, but
that's because Hunter is a real competitor. He's been in this ring for countless times in different promotions everywhere, and here he goes.
That's true, but why do you keep saying, oh, there's the spear that has brought Hunter Deal the victory against Dijk? Will it bring him the victory against Jeroen? 1, 2, and a kick out. Holy shit!
This is unbelievable! Jeroen Verkuik, in his first ever match, kicked out of the spear!
The spear by Hunter Deal! Kicked out of the finishing maneuver, now a big splash!
I would have never thought that he would kick out of the biggest move that Hunter Deal has, but he did.
It is unbelievable, Ed. A rookie, because that is what Jeroen is. A rookie has kicked out of the most devastating
maneuver in the arsenal. Back again.
There he goes! There he goes! The Jeroen bomb! The Jeroen bomb! There it is! Is he going to win? No, he's not even going for the cover. Big elbow drop following it. And now he is what he's trying to do. And what is he going to do?
I don't know what he's going to do. He just wants to hurt Hunter, and I give him all credit for it. But I don't know. But he's going for something here. I don't know why.
He's channeling his opponent. He's waking. What is he going to do right here?
It's a power
After
bomb.
A devastating Jeroen bomb.
It's a power bomb.
Oh! Another Jeroen bomb! No! It's another variation of the Jeroen bomb. And is he going for the cover this time? Yes, he is. 1, 2, and a kick out! A kick out by Hunter Deal, and this match is really blowing out all expectations, Ed.
This is my match of the night, I can tell you that much. This is a man, a general manager, that's never been in a ring before. without even shoes on. He doesn't have enough shoes on because he forgot it in the gorilla zone. He lost it somehow. Maybe he stumbled upon Sanders, like, company, because that's all it is. It's just like trash on the ground.
I see that this excitement of this match has floundered you without words, but a big side effect being hit here by Hunter Deal going into the cover immediately. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jeroen. But this means that this war between Outbreak and Power Struggle has been brought to the next level, because not even the competitors on the roster, but even the general managers are chipping in at the fighting. Well, we have known this because a couple of weeks ago it was announced that in November we will have a pay-per-view called Civil War, which will probably feature some inter-brand matches. So this is probably just a preview for
look at the reversal! The big close line by
Jeroen, and sending Hunter to the outside, and maybe he has learned from Sander and going for the biggest strategic encounter, the count-out.
I can't believe how long this match has been going for. I really can't believe.
It's something that I couldn't have predicted. You know, somebody who has never been in the ring, he's been in the ring to announce that somebody else is going to going inside that ring, but he has never been, I think something has happened there.
Yes, you could see Jeroen there by the face buster that Hunter gave Jeroen. He got busted open, and I don't know if our general manager is used to getting busted open. I don't think so. I think he.
I hope for him that in his personal life he doesn't get busted open by anybody. But now there he goes, another spear by Hunter Deal, and will the second time be the charm? This should be it. 1, 2, and 3. Oh no! Holy shit!
What is this insanity?
What the fuck is happening?
What is this insanity of Jeroen from Kuik suddenly becoming a world performer here at Midsummer? Man, this is unbelievable, everyone.
This is something that is throwing all the people that are betting on the matches off their feet. The excitement in the arena is real. And another Jeroen bomb! The Jeroen bomb hit by Jeroen van Kuik on the Hunter Deal. And God, this match is really blowing it up. He's going for it again. He's going for it again. No, it has been countered into a roll-up. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jeroen. Almost another Jeroen bomb. And that might have sealed the fate of Hunter. But Hunter going for a big neck breaker. Very nasty. Very nasty. And now, again, he's channeling for the spear. Again, no, he's going for a twist of fate. A twist of fate by Hunter Deal. 1, 2, and 3. And right now he finally vanquished the general manager of Outbreak, Hunter Chiel. And we are going to take a small...
I gotta say one thing. Jeroen van Kuik, being a general manager, has showed the world that everyone can be a world-class athlete if your name is not Sander. And he showed it right here today. He should have a world title shot.
Why your name isn't Sander? Jeroen is on the same level as Sander. Of course, Sander is still a little bit higher because he's the #1 contender for the UCW Championship of Power Struggle. But we are going to take a break and recuperate to reevaluate ourselves before the main event starts.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after that intense match. That was such an intense match. The main event of the evening is next. The main event of the evening. And while my broadcast partner is grabbing something to drink, I am here for Dylan Mason versus Alex Mercury. The final match in this epic rivalry. So let's take it to the ring announcer, Dylan Schreuder.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the UCW Championship. Introducing first, from your nearest insane asylum, he is the psycho killer of UCW, Dylan!
And look at this Dylan Mason with brand new music, coming here with a brand new look even.
Oh, very nice look. I gotta say, Dylan Mason looks ready.
After a month of not being an active competitor, because he's been in the hospital, as they like to say, for 3 weeks in Pittsburgh. But now he's back, and he must be better than ever, and he must be ready to take his revenge, to the next level. The Psycho Killer is here to beat the ever-living shit out of Alex Mercury, but still, I think Alex Mercury will take it.
Well, I think that Dylan Mason's revenge, his motive, his sorry guys, my voice gave up, but that doesn't matter because one sip of my cold glass of water means that Sunny will shine even brighter than before, because the main event is starting on Midsummer Mayhem, the biggest pay-per-view of the summer and the biggest pay-per-view that the wrestling business has to offer. Midsummer Mayhem, and we are nearing the end, but we are not yet there. This may be the last match, but this is a brutal 3 stages of hell match between Dylan Mason and Alex Mercury for the UCW Championship. And we all saw what happened at Hardcore. Also. Well, let's look at the introduction of the champion.
And his opponent, from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, he is the best in the world, Alex Mercury.
I am a man at war, and I am fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is grown.
Alright, and there he is, the champion, Alex Mercury. Well, we are gearing up for a brutal, which will probably be brutal, because these two hate the living shit out of each other. We all know what happened at Hardcore Revolution. We all know that Dylan won the UCW Championship tournament, beating his brother, his then brother, Alex Mercury in the finals. And of course, we know what happened early in the night. We know that Alex Mercury defeated Stephen Dream, obtained the Chase the Case briefcase, and used it after a brutal beatdown by Connor, Chiel, and Daclus from the Dutch Death Squad, and became the UCW champion. And he has taken it into Midsummer Mayhem. But even with a month out of being out of competition, Dylan Mason has returned with a vengeance. He is the John Wick of UCW. He is coming for his dead dog, which is the championship in this kind, because Dylan Mason wants to hurt Alex Mercury more than he probably wants the championship at.
He probably wants to. I mean, while he has been talking about the championship a lot, he attacked Jason Whiplash backstage to get revenge on him. He attacked Connor after a brutal 3-on-1 handicap match, but he attacks him straight after that as well with a baseball bat. And now the last part of his plan is Alex Mercury.
That's true, and we are starting off this first stage of the 3 stages of hell match with a false count anywhere match, if I believe.
Extreme rules match.
Extreme rules, of course, no DQ, no count out. Very nicely done. First cover of the match, a kick out before the count of 1 even started. Big clothesline by Dylan Mason, who is now wearing a face mask. Have you any idea why this is, Ed?
I think he is just in a different zone at the moment. I think he is in a different set of mind, and that he's also wearing some sort of face paint that I've never seen him wear before.
Yeah, that's true. Dylan Mason has changed a lot in the last month. Now being dropped right on the top turnbuckle. That's pretty nasty by Alex Mercury, and now he followed up with an elbow drop and now kicking the shit out of Dylan Mason. Now going for a submission of some sorts, an arm bar, as we attempt to say here in the wrestling business. But what do you think about the Dutch Death Squad? They could interfere. Do you think they will interfere in this match?
I don't think Mercury needs the interference. He wants to prove something to the world that he can do it without the Dutch Death Squad. And I think he can. I really think he can, because Alex Mercury is on the height of his career. He is the UCW champion for a reason. He has been defending it against guys like Jimmy Shadow. And
that's true. That's true. And he maybe, if he retains, he's going to defend it against Sander this Monday night. But the chances of Sander becoming the champion are bigger than they have ever been, because one of these two competitors will be coming out of a big 3 stages of hell match, maybe even shortening their career by a good 4 or 5 years. We are not certain, but you know, these kinds of matches take a toll on your body.
They really do, and I mean, this starts with an Extreme Rules match, and Dylan Mason has announced it 2 days ago, if I am correctly. He announced 2 days ago what this match is gonna be, because he could decide the match types.
He was granted the power by the general manager to decide what kind of match he wanted against Alex.
So it's first an Extreme Rules match. The second is a Hell in a Cell match, everyone. After an Extreme Rules match where you absolutely beat each other already to a bloody pulp, you're gonna go to a Hell in a Cell match.
That's true, but we see that Dylan Mason has got Alex Mercury into a Texas Cloverleaf. Alex still viable enough to fight himself out of it, but for now the Extreme Rules match hasn't become extreme as in weapons, but it has become extreme in tension, because the tension is being cut here with a knife, probably the knife used by Jason Whiplash, but we can be sure. But we can see that these two hate each other, these two want to punish each other. Nobody's going for the pin, nobody wants to win, they just want to punish each other.
It also is an advantage if you already beat your opponent down now. Like, you're gonna have an easier time at the Hell in a Cell match, and after that, after all of that, you're gonna have a last man standing match to end it.
That's true, and Camel Clutch was just being applied by Alex Mercury. Dylan Mason was able to slide through and break free, and now very early on in the match, a cover by Alex, 2, and a kick out by Dylan Mason, and I think that Dylan Mason is busted open.
I think so as well. The turn with the shoe on top of Dylan Mason's head busted him open, but you can probably not see it because he has a mask, so he probably has blood in his mouth, but he doesn't care.
He doesn't. He is a psychopath. He didn't become the Asylum Pro Wrestling Champion for no reason. This isn't something that he has taken lightly. He knows that he wants to do to Alex Mercury, but he is being dropped on the top turnbuckle by Alex, who for the better part of this match has been in control, and that's not something that you want to see as challenger. Extremely, if you picked this match.
Yeah, but we all know Alex Mercury said he's gonna completely annihilate, destroy Dylan Mason, because he attacked his brothers. He attacked Jason Whiplash, Connor Boyd, and they cannot go unpunished.
That's true, Ed. But for now, Alex Mercury is punishing Dylan Mason for even coming back here, for even leaving the hospital before he probably was ready, for even coming to terms with what happened to him. I mean, I was there, you were there. We both were there. We saw what happened, even though commentary was down. We witnessed this firsthand. We had the ringside seats, the best seats in the house, to witness a family, a brotherhood implode right in front of our eyes. So somebody like Dylan Mason, who is crazy off of himself, he isn't being called the Psycho Killer for nothing. That nickname isn't being given to you because they like you very much, but a big Liato by Dylan Mason turning Alex Mercury inside out. And this could be the opening that Dylan has been waiting for.
He doesn't go for a pin, he just keeps punching the head of Alex Mercury because he hates him so much.
Well, that's true, but it's understandable, but he also wants to achieve the World Championship, but he also, next to that, wants to add Alex Mercury's career, because Hunter Deal told us a couple of hours ago that if Alex Mercury loses the championship, he will be fired from Power Struggle.
He will be fired, but Mercury's going for something here.
Oh, a big inside-out roundhouse kick being hit by Alex Mercury on Dylan Mason, but still, just like Dylan, he isn't going for a cover ad.
They are not. They are just trying to completely destroy each other.
That's true, that's true. But let's see what he's going for here. He's going for it. There he goes, up on his shoulders. The Lunar Assault hit by Alex Mercury. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dylan Mason. Just like at Hardcore Revolution, Dylan Mason kicking out of the Lunar Assault, the best weapon in the arsenal of Alex Mercury, and again Dylan Mason showing that he is capable of taking it.
Right, but the difference is between this is that at Hardcore Revolution he was powerbombed, I think 3 times per Connor board. He was attacked by Chiel, he was attacked by Jason Whiplash, he was attacked by everyone, and after that still a Lunar Assault wasn't enough. It needed to be 2 Lunar Assaults.
Well, that's true, and that only sets the bar for this match, because we know that 1 Lunar Assault won't be enough.
The Psycho Addict!
The Psycho Addict! Very nicely done by Dylan Mason here, but of course he is not going for the cover. And a big...
That was actually the Psycho Addict, sorry. The other one was the Psycho Killer.
Very nice Tilt-A-Whirl power slam here by Dylan Mason, who's now channeling his strength, waiting for his opponent to show up. But a reversal by Alex Mercury here. And what's going to happen? What's going to Alex Mercury's mind? And what's he going to hit here? A big last right sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, and a kick out by Dylan Mason at 2, not even 2.5, at 2. Very nicely done. A show of heart here by Dylan Mason. His drive to be the champion and his drive to get a revenge are much stronger than his need to stay down.
It really is. He will probably, when he's completely broken and beaten, he will still get back up. And that's why I cannot see him losing a last man standing match.
That's probably true, but again, Alex Mercury going for the same move that he did a couple of seconds ago. Again, an inside-out roundhouse kick. And will this be the setup for a second Lunar Assault? Not yet, not yet. First, a back suplex by Alex Mercury. And now he's going to look for it at.
He's going for another one. And 2 did the job at Hardcore Revolution. Will it do the job here tonight?
Well, can he hit it? Can he hit it? Will he hit the second Lunar Assault? Yes, he does. There he goes. 1, 2, and 3. And this time 2 does the job again, because Alex Mercury wins the very first match, as we will watch the replay, and it will be 1-0 apiece for Alex Mercury, and he is gaining towards a title retention instead of a title loss.
What does it do to Dylan Mason? What does it do to Dylan Mason that he just lost the first match in a possible 3 matches? Because if Alex Mercury wins again now at the Hell in a Cell, this is over.
That's true. And here we go. We go immediately into our Hell in a Cell match. The cell has lowered during the replay. Dylan has got time to get his mind straight. He knows what needs to be done. He knows that he needs to win the 2 matches that are coming next. And we will start with the Hell in a Cell. And we don't even know if we will get to see a last man standing match yet.
No, we really don't. I mean, this does something to the mind. If Dylan Mason even has a mindset, I mean, we gotta be honest, does he even have a mindset? Does he even have that at all?
Well, we don't know if that's true. We don't know if we will see a last man standing match, but a big clothesline here by Dylan Mason, who really needs to win this match. He really does, and he knows it. He knows that this needs to be his match, but it is inside Hell in a Cell. He probably has done many types of cell matches, maybe not this type of cell match. But he, of course, comes from APW, Asylum Pro Wrestling. He has done his fair share of hardcore, brutal matches over there. But we don't know what those matches were, but we saw a big bulldog by Dylan Mason just now.
Well, you just forgot about that he had a Hell in a Cell match with Justin Perrault when he was still the outcast.
That's true, that's true, that's true. How could I forget
And
this?
Chase the Case, if I'm correct.
That's true, that's true, that's true. Sorry, Ed. Of course, you are a talented broadcaster, you know these things. When I slipped down, you brightened up my horizon and my knowledge.
You just had
again.
to make it about the brightening up in the sunshine.
Yes,
this
of
is not
course.
about the sunshine, this is about two men that absolutely hate each other and want
Well,
to...
Ed, maybe you don't have any nicknames, but my nickname has to be Sunny Sunshine Sapphire. That's how I go, that's how I roll. So let's look at this Hell in a Cell match with Dylan countering a powerbomb and going for a big power slam of his own. Very nicely done. So the tension is still here, and it's probably become even bigger. Big discus clothesline, very nice. And Dylan, you can see him working past the pain and now going for the first weapon of this match. And what does he have? A baseball bat at.
The baseball bat that he hit Connor Boyd with this power struggle.
That's true. Connor Boyd knows how that baseball bat feels, but Alex Mercury doesn't want to feel it because he hit a big head scissor takeover and now a back suplex right on that baseball bat. And I have to say, with these two competitors, I am glad they are being locked up inside of the Hell in a Cell. I really am.
I don't want them anywhere near the commentary table because we are probably gonna get hit if that happens.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't think Alex Mercury likes me, and Dylan Mason I can't get a hold of. I know I am a psychic with a half a degree. I printed out myself and hung up over my bed. But that means that I am not really comfortable with such an insane person. Now a big camel clutch here applied by Alex Mercury. Will Dylan Mason give up? No, he flips out again. Very nicely done. He chuckles underneath. Big drop kick to the back of Alex Mercury. And Ed, what do you think about Dylan? Now there he goes, using the baseball bat at the lower back. Now he's taking his sweet time, Ed.
Of course, this is right up of Dylan Mason's wheelhouse. Just punishment, complete and utter punishment with the baseball bat, with a steel chair. He doesn't care. He just wants to do it. And there a huge illumination kick.
Yes, the illumination kick hit by Dylan Mason. And what's he gonna do now? He's waiting for Alex Mercury to get up, it seems. I mean, the guy's psychotic. I don't know what's going on to his mind.
Maybe he has a plan here.
Maybe he wants to do something to him that's not being done right. Oh my god, this is not PG. Oh my god! A powerbomb through the Hell in a Cell, and my worst nightmare has come true. The clouds are rolling in because my sunshine is being deafened, being blocked by the rainstorm, the clouds of these two guys, because they are coming closer and closer to the commentary booth. And you can only imagine that both the rosters of Outbreak and Power Struggle are in the back watching this match. I only want to know what they are thinking while Dylan Mason goes to town on Alex Mercury with a steel chair. So if you are watching this match, please tell us what you are thinking.
This is unbelievable. I've never seen this
Oh my
before.
god.
And with that knee brace.
Oh no.
Not golden knee brace this time. It's a red knee brace. Just for the blood and sweat and tears that these men had.
That's true. And Dylan Mason, he is channeling his inner psycho killer because he's going to the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Oh
and
my
against
God.
his better wishes,
This
Alex Mercury is following suit.
This cannot
and this
happen.
is becoming more and more dangerous.
This cannot happen.
No.
This
no,
cannot
no.
happen.
What's he going to do right here? Oh, suplex! I thought he was going to throw him out the cell, but a suplex on the top of the Hell in a Cell here.
This is nerve-wracking, Sonny. This is absolutely nerve-wracking. And another
Well, you can
huge
say whatever
knee.
you want, but I have already gotten up and taken my share.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Oh, and another huge knee. He really loves. He really loves his new brace.
That's true, but Alex Mercury trying to fight back with a big fisherman buster hit by Alex Mercury on Dylan Mason here. Very nicely done. But you know what's not nice? It's not nice that they are on top of Hell in a Cell. This is not how this match is supposed to go at.
They are locked inside the cell for a reason, and now the cell is open and they can do absolutely everything that they want, and they are on top of the cell.
Oh, a big illumination kick yet again by Dylan Mason. And what's he going to do? No.
Oh my god, no. No. You cannot do this.
No! Oh my god!
God!
Holy shit, he is buried onto another announce table. He crashed under ours and he rolled under the Spanish announce table. So that's true because only Jimmy Shadow and Janie Stars have a commentary table that is still in one piece. And Dylan Mason is just gloating in the fact that he probably has probably participated in the murder, or at least the attempted murder of Alex Mercury, because Alex Mercury is defying the laws of physics right here, slamming
Alex
right
Mercury
back.
gets back up. What is this?
What's he going to do here? And a big roundhouse kick by Dylan Mason here, and he is looking for another devastating maneuver at.
This is going to be another psycho killer.
Is he going for it? Oh, and a knee to the face.
Busted Alex Mercury open.
Yes, I see he is busted open. The red blood is gushing onto the red knee brace of Dylan Mason. And now a big...
Oh my god, do you see that, Sonny? There's a dent in the cell.
The suplex is bending. The suplex is bending the cell. This can only become even more hardcore. This is probably what Dylan Mason did at Asylum Pro Wrestling. But this is not what UCW is all about. But this blood feud, this rivalry is pushing the boundaries of what UCW is all about at, and that is happening here at Midsummer Mayhem.
Right in front, well not in front of our eyes, above of our eyes, because they need to look on top.
They are literally the top that UCW has to offer at.
Nice one, Sonny.
Well, thank you, I've always become a master in wordplay. But right now I can't even look anymore. I mean, I just saw a human being travel 8 foot down below in something that you won't wish until the biggest rivalry that you have in your life. I mean, I maybe don't like you at some points, but I'm not going to throw you off inside Hell in a Cell. You know, I probably just get you fired.
They hate each other. They hate each other so much. This is a blood feud. Oh my god, there's gonna be another suplex.
Another suplex. Another inverted suplex. The cell still dented from the earlier suplex.
Every time there's a move on the cell, I see it. I see it moving.
Yeah, me too.
I just know it's gonna crack at some point, and when that happens,
it probably is. It probably is. It's not something that I'm going to take lightly. It's not something that they should take up lightly. But Dylan is really gloating and really.
I don't even know if it's gloating. It's just enjoying his work. He is enjoying. He's so pissed off.
This is some kind of sick mental pleasure that he's taking into this.
But oh my god.
Oh no, Alex Mercury.
No.
Alex Mercury.
No.
There he goes. The planetary, and Dylan Mason crashing through the cell onto the ring down below. For the love of all that is holy. For the love of the Sunshine State, Florida, why is this happening?
Dylan Mason is done. I cannot say anything else. Dylan Mason is done.
This is it. Alex Mercury's taking home the championship, and Dylan Mason is probably not going to come back into UCW.
Mercury isn't pinning him here. Dylan Mason just stands up.
Why is he not pinning him?
Dylan Mason just stood up out of nowhere. And he keeps reversing everything.
How does he keep going?
He just fell down the cell.
He just fell down 8 feet onto the ring. And now he's going for a big draping facebuster. And you can see that this match is taking a toll on Dylan Mason.
Dylan Mason says it's done.
It's done.
He just says it's done. I don't know how.
He wants to end this. Illumination kick, again, the third illumination kick of this bout, and will he make it one apiece at?
He's going for the cycle killer. He's going for the cycle killer.
Is he going for it? There he goes. The big knee by Dylan Mason. Will this be at 1, 2, and 3? And Dylan Mason has defeated Alex Mercury inside Hell in a Cell. Goodness gracious, my voice.
This is one 1-1 now, everyone. It's 1-1. Anything can happen. Dylan Mason can become your champion. Alex Mercury can be retained. Anything can happen in the last man standing match. That will happen right after these replays.
I'm taking a breather at. Like, I'm going to stop talking, which is probably going to give you a delight for some reason.
Just
for now, I'm going to.
And
While we'll take a break, while we need to take up the cell, we need to get all of these things out of the way so we can prepare for our last man standing match. So while we do that, we have here the graphic of World Championship match, Dylan Mason versus Alex Mercury, while the crew does what they do best, and that is clean up the mess that the two wrestlers have made.
And that's not only everything, because what we are witnessing right before our eyes, I know you guys aren't seeing it, but they are being taped up.
They are.
Because they've gone through hell. Alex Mercury was bleeding so much that he couldn't see anymore.
Well, Alex Mercury has literally gone through the hell in a cell, but
I think Dylan Mason broke some ribs after
it's only natural. It's only natural. You can't come out of this kind of beating with not a scratch. But here we go. Last man standing match. Dylan Mason taped up. Alex Mercury taped up. But Alex Mercury gave him the finger, but Dylan Mason gave him something else, a big face buster. You know, Alex, your attitude is golden, of course, because you're the golden boy of the Dutch Death Squad, but this is maybe not the golden strategy here.
It really isn't.
No. God, and another top rope arm drag by Alex Mercury.
How can Mercury still do these kind of moves?
I don't know how these guys are still being able to stand, let alone wrestle.
I think it's just the pure hatred that they got for each other, that they keep continuing on, because they hate each other so much. The blood is so deep that they just need to keep attacking.
That's true, but the winner of this match will be the UCW World Champion. The UCW Championship will go home with them, and will it be Alex Mercury or will it be Dylan Mason? We will only find out tonight here on Midsummer Mayhem. And me and Ed, we have witnessed a great pay-per-view with all of you fantastic people who are watching live here on pay-per-view.
Oh my God, Alex Mercury just caught him in midair.
Caught him in midair. What's he gonna do? Dropping him on the top rope. That Alex Mercury still has the strength to do that is amazing, Ed.
Well, his ribs aren't taped up. That's Dylan Mason.
That's true, that's true. That's very true. Now Dylan Mason sent Alex Mercury to the outside, and one of these two competitors will have the honor and privilege to carry the World Championship into Power Struggle this week and defend it in the main event against Big Money Sander. And you know that Big Money Sander must be backstage watching this.
Don't talk about Sander in the main event such like this. What we have witnessed here today is two people trying to kill each other.
Well, at least they're trying to kill each other, but Dylan Mason is also trying to make sure that Alex Mercury won't be able to reproduce.
He will never have children again.
Well, maybe that's a good thing, because I don't want any children backstabbing me at any point during a game of tag. Or, you know, hide and seek. But, you know, this match has been incredible so far, and we are witnessing a last man standing match for the World Championship in the main event of Midsummer Mayhem between probably the biggest rivals in all of UCW.
This is the biggest rival ever here in UCW. We've never seen such a feud come to life, such hatred.
Such vile hatred, such disgust for each other, such disgusting ways they look at each other. They don't want each other to be anywhere near them. You know that Alex Mercury is mad at Dylan Mason for even existing, for even attacking his stablemates, the group known as the Dutch Death Squad. Dylan Mason is here. The count is happening right now. I can't see the referee. I don't know.
I think it's a 6 count right there. I thought it was a 6 count. We should probably count with the referee.
We probably should if they are not in our view. Big jawbreaker hit by Alex Mercury. Oh, a Hurricane Rana on the outside. Very nicely done. Or I'm sorry, it's not a Hurricane Rana. It's a head scissor takeover. Now Dylan Mason dodging everything that Alex Mercury has to offer. And now he's going for an inverted suplex. Very nicely done. On the outside. Now Dylan Mason trying to get hold of Alex trying to get the momentum. A big German on the outside. Very nice. The first German on this entire pay-per-view.
There we go. Another count. It's a 3 now.
3 count. 4. 5.
We don't have to count everything, Sonny.
7. And Alex Mercury being able to get to his feet at the count of 7 only after a German suplex. This can only show how hurt they are at.
But again, like a huge knee. I think it was even a psychotic, but just no build up to it or anything, because Mason doesn't care anymore.
That's true.
He just wants this to end.
Alex getting up at the 5 count this time, faster than the last time. He must have noticed that he's probably taking way too much time. You don't want to end up being counted out when you least expect it.
No, he really doesn't.
Not noticing it. Now Dylan Mason thrown into the steel steps. And another jawbreaker by Alex Mercury. And now they are going to fight inside the crowd, Ed.
Well, the crowd has seen everything up close, but they've never seen this up close before.
Well, this is throwing back some memories of Hardcore Revolution, where they fought outside of the ring as well. And we all know what happened at the end of the day when they were all up in the stage. Alex Mercury was defeated by Dylan Mason.
He was.
In the crowd. So maybe Alex wants to defeat Dylan Mason in the crowd to get some retribution.
Yeah, because it was embarrassing for Alex Mercury, and Alex Mercury never won. But Dylan Mason keeps punching him over the barricade.
Mason doesn't want to do the same thing that he did at Hardcore Revolution.
I don't even think this man has a strategy.
Well, no, probably not. His strategy probably goes like this. 1. Hurt Alex Mercury. 2. Beat Alex Mercury. If that's not happening, beat Alex Mercury some more.
That is a real
sound out and really thought up strategy. Yeah, I know. This brain can do more than just make myself look good in every chance I get.
Oh, stop it, Sonny.
Oh, stop it, you.
No, not like that. Oh my God, Sonny, stop talking.
You know,
Sonny.
I'm standing here and all these people cheering. If I'm just making.
They're not cheering you. They are cheering this amazing match right here.
Of course, they are cheering probably both. You know, 5% will go to me, and the other 95% will go to the match.
5% is for the referee, because the referee is more over than you will ever be in your life.
How do you say that I'm not over when right behind me somebody is saying that I really are looking like a sunshine? And don't make this about me, because that is my mother that's standing behind me, you know? That's not about the point, because my mother has said to me that I suck when I sucked at commentary, but I'm doing a hell of a good job. So don't try to take this and make this into a negative thing like you always do, Ed.
Just commentate on the damn match.
And Enziguri by Alex Mercury, very nicely done. While I, of course, take the sunshine off of myself and point it towards the actual stars right now that are Alex Mercury and Dylan Mason, because they are fighting up on the ramp, the stage. Well, that is even more deadly than the floor, Ed.
It is. It's the hardened steel of that. Well, the floor is padded, but that's hardened steel right there, the entrance ramp.
Well, you know that game. You know that game that the kids play these days. You know, it's called The Floor is Lava. Well, the floor feels like lava right now because you can't lay on it for more than 10 seconds.
The kids these days, Sonny, they played this for 20 years straight.
No, it's only been a thing that's become media mainstream for the couple of months, Ed.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sonny.
No, because you have lost your inner sunshine. You have lost your inner child.
I have never
lost my inner child, but now Alex Mercury and Dylan Mason are back in the ring, and the count has started for Dylan Mason, and they're already at a 3 count. Will Alex Mercury be able to claim the championship yet again by defeating Dylan Mason yet again? At the count of 7, the count of 8 is Dylan Mason at the count of 8 came back up.
And Mercury didn't like it, so he immediately kicked him down again, but...
Oh, and another illumination kick by Dylan Mason.
Another time busting him open. That Band-Aid won't help anymore.
No, the blood is gushing through the Band-Aid. It's already everything for Alex Mercury here. Oh my god, these two are not laying anything back at.
No, they really aren't. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is just unbelievable.
And now the count has started again. The referee is now at 4. Will Dylan Mason reclaim his championship here at the count of 7?
Oh my god, it's gonna be
Count of 8.
8?
A count of 9. At the count of 9, Alex Mercury gets up, almost
gets back up.
Almost he lost the UCW championship to Dylan Mason, and again a neck breaker by Dylan Mason, and again the count starting.
Dylan Mason just wants this to end.
He wants the championship more than he wants to hurt Alex Mercury right now.
He finally set his goal straight, and that's the championship.
Yeah, well, he changed his to-do list.
He did. Get the championship, get the championship, get the goddamn championship.
Now at the count of 8, again at the count of 8, Alex Mercury gets up. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh wait, no, is he gonna go for Psycho Killer?
Oh, the Psycho Killer! And again the count started at the 2.
That's gotta be it.
That's gotta be it. Dylan Mason will get the UCW championship, guys, and he has vanquished Alex Mercury at the count of 5 right now. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is
and
it.
10, and Dylan Mason has won. And this means, Ed, what does this mean? Say it.
This means that Dylan Mason is your new UCW champion, and this Psycho Killer runs this goddamn asylum called Power Struggle, because he is now the top champion. He is on the top of that mountain.
That's true, but that also means that Alex Mercury is gone. Alex Mercury is fired by Hunter Deal, the general manager. He has made it loud and clear that Alex Mercury lost. He will be terminated from UCW.
Now let's listen to Dylan's further. This is your new champion, everyone.
That's true, and we don't have much time because we will be going out of the air soon. So I will say thank you for watching Midsummer Mayhem. I hope you enjoyed. If you've got any tips or any pointers for us as commentary, please sure to not mail to us. But if you want to, if you think Ed did a great job, mail him some Desperados. If you think I did a great job, just be your Sunshine Sunny self. My name is Sunny Sunshine Sapphire, my broadcast partner Ed, and we are going out with a bang. This was Midsummer Mayhem. I hope you
look at it, everyone.
Our new world champion, Dylan Mason, is going to go places. He will face Big Money Center at Power Struggle. That's the next big thing that's on his list. His first title defense coming up in only 2 days.
Thank you, everyone.
I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.